Hey everyone, it's Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your tarot card for the week of July 6, 2025. I'm going to begin with Aries, work my way around the zodiac wheel here, ending at Pisces. Timestamps, as always, will be in the description box. I set the intention of this reading to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. I recommend that you look at all four of them because there will be some sort of message in there for each of you. Keep in mind, this is not what you don't see coming. This is just more or less a little bit of a self-help guide from the beyond, from the universe. And if you don't know what your placements are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Take a look at that site and then just come back here and click on the timestamp for the respective placement or placements that you wish to view. What else was I going to say? I think that's about it. Oh, keep in mind, it's a collective general reading. It is not individualized nor personalized to you, and therefore messages may come through today that do not fully resonate. And if that happens, don't get upset. It just means that one message is meant for someone else of your sign. So drop no hate. Instead, just take what fits, how it fits, and leave what doesn't. And of course, if you'd like a one-on-one live Zoom tarot reading with yours truly, please visit my website, thetimelinetarot.com, for more information. I think we're ready now. Are we ready? We're ready. Oh, at the end of this reading, we're not so ready. At the end of this reading, I'll do a collective general reading for everyone watching, utilizing the mystery card there at the bottom of that deck. Now I think we're ready. With all that said, let's begin. Hello, Aries. Let's take a look at your tarot card for the week of July 6, 2025. Keep in mind, this is not what you don't see coming. It's more or less a little self-help from the divine. You have the Page of Cups. What situation in your life is bringing about some type of opportunity? So pages are typically messengers in tarot. So it looks like you're receiving information, communication, an offer, an opportunity. This could also be a conversation that you're having with an individual that can then be rolled into an opportunity for you. So I feel like you have something new here. It's yours for the taking. You don't have to take it if you don't want to. And that's the beauty of having the divine gift of free will. But I almost feel like the universe is trying to give you something, give you this opportunity. This individual here in this card actually has like a fishing pole, but it's not in the water. It's just this person standing on the dock. The fishing pole is over their shoulder. The fish is already in the cup. So this new beginning or new opportunity, it's kind of like it's yours for the taking. It's yours already, is basically what the divine is saying. All you have to do is take it. Tell me more about this here for Aries. What does Aries need to know? Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus for the week of July 6, 2025. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. First card out, my love, Three of Cups, followed by the Seven of Swords, the Empress, and the High Priestess. So it's exactly the feeling. It's yours for the taking. If you don't take it, then I do feel it. This is more or less like self-sabotaging behavior then on your part. The Three of Cups here tells me this is something that you would enjoy. It would be emotionally pleasing to you. It would be a great possibility here to collaborate with someone, possibly to even learn from this individual, if like we're talking in respect to career and finance, right? This could very well be like a mentor. For others of you, this very well could be love related. But if you don't accept this opportunity here, then I do feel you are basically self-sabotaging your happiness in some way. We have the Seven of Cups, Ace of Cups. That's what the page is holding. So I think currently you already know, if this message is resonating for you, you already know what the new opportunity is. It's not a secret. It's not something that's coming to you a week from now, a month from now. I think you've been sitting on this for a while, to be quite honest with you, maybe somewhere between the last 1 to 7 months at the very least. And I think you've just been sitting on this for whatever reason. Five of Wands. Well, there you go. Internally conflicted about it. Three of Swords, Five of Swords, and the Tower to the Chariot. I feel like if you move towards this new, whatever this is, this new job, this new living situation, this new relationship status, I almost feel like this is a shock and awe to not only you, but to another entity. And I think that's why you're internally conflicted. Like if I move towards the new, let's say the new job, the current job would be disappointed. If I move towards this new life path that I want, then I'm leaving behind an old life path. So maybe that, maybe for you, that'll resonate like, well, now I'm going to lose some friends or lose some family, or I will be seen differently by the community. Five of Wands, Five of Swords is change, right? These two numbers, they're fives. And in numerology, five talks about change. So I don't feel like this is anything new. Meaning like it's coming to you in the near future. If this message is resonating for you, then this is already on the table. New job, new living situation, new life, new partner, new type of relationship status, maybe going from partner to single or single to partner. Take that how it resonates to you. But you have internal conflict here about creating this change, because once you make it, the tower falls. So something existing crumbles, whatever that is. Tell me more about the tower here. Tower, 5 of Swords, 3 of Swords. It's almost like if I move forward with this, someone will be upset with me. Someone may be heartbroken. Tell me more about this. One more shuffle. Thank you. Clarifying that tower, we have the 10 of Pentacles, the Devil, and the 5 of Cups. 5, 5, 5. Bottom of the deck, Page of Swords. Yeah. This is one of those readings. It's either going to hit or it's not. I feel like you are currently tied, attached to something that provides your life with structure and stability. 10 of Pentacles, whether that's money, reputation, legacy, family. If this is a living situation, and this would be like a place you've lived at for a long time. So you're currently tied to something that, one, is not emotionally beneficial to you, but there's some type of financial resource tied to it. And departing from it is not only a shock and awe to you, it will be a shock and awe to whomever you're leaving. The spouse, the family, the current employer. But I feel like if you don't move towards the new, even though I see that you're very confused, I also believe that the new is something that you have fantasized about or daydreamed about, because the 7 of Cups, in addition to talking about confusion and delusion, it's also Neptune and Pisces, which could be very much like daydreamy energy. So it's almost like the fantasy of this, the daydreaminess of this is extremely appealing to you. But now taking it into the 3D and actually having it materialize, that's where the fear comes in. It's like, this is beautiful if it's but a dream. But the moment I have to take a leap of faith towards it, something else in my life has to crumble. And I don't know if I have that much confidence in a cup. Because this is something or someone that I love, or I believe I would love, or, would enjoy doing, right, if this is a job. But it's not a pentacle. So this is security. This is love. So whether it's career and finance, love and romance, living situation, platonic connection, the Aries collective here seems to be stuck in a quandary of sorts, having to make a decision between something or someone they love and something or someone that has some semblance of financial stability to it. Tell me about this 7 of Swords to the 3 of Cups. Whatever this is, you see it as everything. Empress. Again, it's in the fantasy, or it's in the, like it has not materialized. So it's the daydreaming aspect of it is, wow, this would be the perfect job for me, right? If it all went well and I left that place, I mean, I could see myself soaring in my daydreams, in my fantasy. I could see this love relationship going next level in my daydreams, in my fantasy. And you keep this to yourself. So whomever, whatever this is that you're thinking of leaving, they don't know that you have this other option or opportunity, whether it's something that you need to create or something that's literally just kind of waiting for you. Tell me about the 7 of Swords to the 3 of Cups. Tell me about this. One more shuffle here, please, Anne. Thank you. 7 of Swords to the 3 of Cups. Ace of Wands. I mean, you got 2 aces. So whomever or whatever this is, you love it or you think you'd love it. It would be passionate. It would be creative, right? If this is a job, this is like potentially you having to like build your own business and you're like, oh my God, I'd love to build my own business. I would love it so much. But where are the pentacles? So I feel like I've tapped into a group of you where it's kind of all about the pentacles. You'll almost sell your dream, or it's like you would, I don't want to say sell, send maybe your dream or fantasy here down the river. If you don't believe, if you're not confident enough that it could provide you with the same stability that you currently have. 9 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. This will be a slow build. Not going to lie to you. Probably going to take a year for you to recapture or reclaim the sense of stability or financial stability that you have here. I'm going to take that as a, that I don't know if you heard that, the noise on my phone, the notification. I'm going to take that as the divine going, yep, that's right. It would take you 1 year to get as stable or financially comfortable in the new. Yeah. To get as comfortable, because 9 of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles are 10 Pentacles. And that Knight of Pentacles in terms of timing for me is 1 year. So it would probably take you, and I'm going to actually be honest to say it's probably a little bit more than a year. Probably Virgo season. If you were to make this move today, you would be comfortable by Virgo season of 2026. And if that's a hardship of sorts that you're willing to endure in order to be in something that is emotionally pleasing. I mean, if this is love, this is spicy, this is hot, this is mutual attraction, this is love like you've never known. If this is a job, this is something you're going to love to do. You're going to want to wake up every day and do this job. It's fun, it's creative. You're the ruler here of your domain, of your schedule. But it will take you a little more than a year, if you were to start today, to accrue or make up the financial stability that you would potentially be losing by leaving this behind. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Swords. Yeah, this is already on the table for you. Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords, Ace of Pentacles to the Emperor. You can't make this shit up. Sorry, you can't make this stuff up. This is 3 of the 4 aces here. So the potential to get to the 10 of Pentacles, the potential to get to the Ace of Pentacles, all here. Potential to get to the 10 of Cups. I'm sorry. Potential to get to the 10 of Pentacles. Potential to get to the 10 of Cups. And even the potential to get to the 10 of Wands, because the 10 of Wands is just meaning I'm willing to endure this. It's heavy. It could be burdensome on some days, but I'll endure it. And if this is love, this is Emperor to Empress. This is a divine counterpart. So I don't know what you're doing being stuck with this karmic here for money, when this seems to be way more fruitful and multiplying. But I'm going to leave that up to you. You have a choice here on the table. You can stay where you're at. It's financially secure. There's no passion here. There's no creativity. Whatever this is, career, finance, love, and romance, it's very routine. It's every day. It's the same schedule. We do the same thing over and over again. It's emotionally displeasing to you. There's some toxic codependency to that with that Devil card. I'm not going to lie. That's when I see the Devil flanked by the 10 of Pentacles and the 5 of Cups, there's some type of, that's a very low vibrational Capricornian energy. Because high vibe Capricorn is, I'm all about success. I've got a goal in mind and I'm going to achieve it. But this is, I'm addicted to the stability and I'll stay even if it's emotionally displeasing. And so that now becomes low vibrational Capricornian energy, which is toxic codependency. There's none of that here. This is stability. This is love. This is desire. This is creativity. This is your path. Emperor to the Empress, whether it's career and finance and love and romance. But you do risk sabotaging this or sabotaging the opportunity to have this in your life if you don't move towards it. I hope that was of some help for those of you who are like stuck. That's what I have for you, Aries. Your tarot card for the week is the Page of Cups. What situation in your life is bringing about some type of opportunity? Figure out what that is and then decide if you want to move towards it. At the end of the day, you have the divine gift of free will. That's what I have for you for the week of July 6, 2025. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Taurus, my bull gang. Let's see what your tarot card of the week is for the week of July 6, 2025. Keep in mind, Taurus, this is not what you don't see coming. It's more or less a little self-help guide from the divine. So your tarot card of the week is the 7 of Wands. What area of your life needs boundaries and protection? So I feel like there's something here, Taurus, you need to stand your ground on. It's almost like drawing a line in the sand, right? That's typically what the 7 of Wands is. This is my line in the sand. Do not cross it. So there's something or someone here, I feel, that's almost either has the potential to threaten your happiness or threaten your sense of stability. We know that Taurians don't like change. Hi, Kyle, if you're watching, my best friend from Ohio. He was a Taurus. We know Taurians don't like change. But the one thing you don't like more than change, you don't like someone testing your boundaries. Because Taurians tend to be very giving. But if they feel that someone is overtaking or taking advantage of them, Taurus can get really fixed drawing that line in the sand. And I kind of think there's something here in your life, a situation, environment, or connection. It's time for you to set up some hard boundaries here. Bottom of the deck, King of Pentacles, there you are, whether you're masculine or feminine. It's time for the Taurus collective to stand up for themselves. No longer be a doormat, more or less be a door. And be willing to close that door in the face of whomever or whatever here appears to be taking advantage of you. Tell me more about the 7 of Wands here for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle here, please, Anne. Thank you. First card out of the deck, my love, 6 of Swords. That would be moving on or at least creating space. Now, whether that's physical, emotional, energetic, I will leave that up to you. But there clearly is a message here where there's some type of distance or space required between you and another entity. That's followed by the 8 of Wands, the 4 of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Knight of Wands. We then have the Ace of Wands, King of Wands, Magician, Ace of Swords. You got beautiful energy here, kind of just waiting for you. So I feel that there's a situation, environment, or connection here, Taurus, for you that is causing you some level of distress. What that is going to be different for all of you. And I feel like you've been going back and forth. I feel this is you toggling between the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. Like, do I want to stay in this and be in it for the long run, kind of see how it goes? Or do I just want to get up and go? So I almost feel like this is, it's almost like a duality here within the Taurian collective. Do I kind of see how this works out? Do I leave? I feel the advice here from the divine at this time is that you need to create some boundaries with whomever, whatever this is, so you can think about what exactly it is here that you want to do. Do you want to stay? Do you want to go? Do you want to keep working on this Three of Pentacles? Do you not? Do you want a new beginning with whomever, whatever this is, or do you want to find a new beginning elsewhere? Because when I look at the 6 swords and the 4 swords, I see 10 swords. So I've tapped into a group of you where you are contemplating ending this. Or maybe you've already have decided to contemplate it. And this is you now just figuring out how to actually say it or do it. I want to clarify this a little bit further for you. There's something here, again, emotionally displeasing, right? If we're looking at the 10 of Swords, not a feel-good feeling. Whether you are precipitating the end of whatever this is, or you kind of feel forced into making that decision. I'm going to take that notification on my phone as a sign. So I've tapped into a group of you. You're stuck. Do I stay? Do I go? And if I'm going, how do I go? When do I go? And I think that's why you need some respite. You really need to think this through, because we know Taurus, you know, every zodiac sign, at least to me as a tarot reader, has positive and negative traits. And it's like every human being on the planet, right? It's like TV. It's like anything. There's a positive trait in watching the TV, and there's the negative trait if you watch too much TV, right? You consume too much. You can, you know, you watch news 24 hours a day, you'll end up depressed within 24 hours. So everyone has a positive and negative trait. And the positive trait of Taurus is, my long-term stability is so important to me that I don't make rash or rush decisions, which is amazing because you're flanked by 2 signs, Aries and Gemini, that will... Aries will do anything that sets their soul on fire, and Gemini will go back and forth on that teeter-totter until they just get this spontaneous feeling to make a move, almost with no planning. And I say that as a sun card carrying Gemini. So it's ironic to see the stability here that you're able to possess, being flanked by 2 at their low vibration. Crosswatcher, don't get upset, but at their low vibration can be a bit erratic. And that's why I've always said that you are the backbone of the zodiac. And I feel like the other 2 earth signs kind of learn from you. You're the first, you know, you're the first earth sign of the zodiac, and you're fixed. So I see that you're struggling with whatever this is. And that's why I think it's so important for you, Taurus, to take the time needed to really think about your next step here. Tell me about this 8 of Wands, 6 of Swords. I feel like you need to get away by yourself. I think you need to get away by yourself for a few hours, a few days, whatever you can afford. Tell me more about this here. One more shuffle. Thank you. 8 of Wands to the 6 of Swords. King of Pentacles, there you are. The Chariot, I'm telling you. And the 9 of Swords. Whatever this is, it's working overtime in your subconscious. So not only are you aware that you're thinking of it sometimes, this is plaguing you when you're washing dishes, stuck at a red light, even when you're sleeping at night. I feel like I'm talking to a Taurus. You could sleep 10 hours. And 3 hours after you wake up, you're feeling sluggish. Yeah, this is mentally draining on you. So there's a need here for you to get away, like literally by yourself, to figure out what your next step with this is. And I don't know what this is for you, my love. Career and finance, love and romance, where you live, a platonic connection, whether or not you want to get a pet. You know, it's different for all of you. But there's some alone time here that's needed to work through these thoughts and to work through these feelings. Bottom of the deck, Page of Pentacles. So you can figure out how you're going to plant that seed in what direction. Tell me a little bit more about this for Taurus. What is this 3 of Pentacles to the Moon? Because it's almost like if I stay in whatever this is, I continue to work on it, I'm afraid it's not going to work out. Fears, doubts, insecurities with the Moon card. And then I've got the Knight of Wands here, same thing. But if I take action right away and move away from this, you know, whatever this is, there's fear, doubts, and insecurities. So I'm speaking to a group of you. I'm looking at that 6 of Swords. You're in a boat. It's rocking. And I think all you want is stability. But in order in order for you to achieve it, my dear, I think you need some alone time to figure out your next step here. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. This card wanted to show itself. Yeah, King of Wands. I don't think that you'll be able, like, the Knight of Pentacles is way too freaking slow, right? And the Knight of Wands is way too erratic. That's low vibrational fire energy. But the King of Wands is higher vibrational. So in order for you to make the best decision for you, where then you can take very decisive action, is you're going to have to look at the long-term goal here. What is it that you want, Taurus? Not anyone else, not your boss, not your lover, not your friends. What is it that you want? Because the King of Wands has a very expansive view. And they are the builders. That's the energy of the builder of tarot. So if you're going to build or rebuild your life, you really need to look at that long-term view and say, well, what do I want next? That's followed by the Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Wands. I feel like you're going round and round and round with this decision. I also think you're going round and round and round with whoever this is. Friend, family member, lover. I feel like it's the same crap, different day. I think you're wounded and I think you're battered. And that's why I think you're confused. I've tapped into a group of you where you're confused. Let's get 3 cards of advice for you, Taurus. I think some healthy boundaries and creating a little distance here. You could have some time alone. And look, I'm not telling you to rack up your credit card to do this. Let's say this is in regards to, I don't know, your living situation. Maybe you live with mom and dad. Maybe, you know, this is mom and dad. Maybe you're the knight. I don't know. Yeah, you're going to need some alone time. I'm going to spend some time alone in my room. I got a lot to think about. Journal. Think out your thoughts. Write all of the, what helped me in the last 7 or 8 years that I had to make pretty significant, monumental life decisions with love and romance and in respect to career and finance. I started off by writing, what are all the positives, the real positives, the absolute 100% benefit I get from this situation, environment, or connection? And then what are all the negatives that I endure to attain or maintain those positives? And if you're really honest with that list, I think that's just step 1 here to help you to make this decision. Because if whatever this is only giving you 3 positives and it takes you 2 pages of negatives that you have to endure to maintain 3 positives, you got to ask yourself if it's worth it. 7 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck when I said that. Is the juice worth the squeeze? So I'm going to get you 3 cards of advice. I feel the message here from the divines. You need a little alone time to figure this out. 3 cards of advice here for my Taurians. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. 3 cards of advice. 2 of Cups, Justice, and the 2 of Swords. Oh, my word. Well, clearly it's in respect to a partnership, whether it's professional, platonic, or romantic. It's interesting that the 2 of Swords card is the Moon in Libra. So we have that Moon card there already. I feel like if you sever the tie with whomever or whatever this is, part of you wants to do it. You feel it's the just and right thing to do. And part of you is afraid to do it. And I don't know what that fear is, but part of you is afraid to do it. I want to do the just and fair thing, Moon in Libra. That's the Justice card, Libra. But the Moon is, but I'm afraid of what happens if I do. A little bit more on this here for Taurus. I hate to leave you like that, Taurus. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 8 of Cups, 3 of Swords, the Fool. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Wands. I think if you sit on whatever this is over the course of the next 4 weeks, and look, I'm not telling anyone to take 4 weeks off of work to figure out what this new life direction here is. I know you got bills to pay and mouths to feed. But maybe allocate, I don't know, a half hour a day where you're alone, whether it's in your room or in your garage or you go to a park. I think you need some serious contemplation over this. And if you were to do that, I think you make a decision within the next 4 weeks to depart from whomever or whatever this is. I think by the time you get to Libra season, you're done. There's too much Libra energy here on the table. I think you will eclipse whomever or whatever this is by Libra season. The 8 of Cups, walking away. It might pain you. It might feel uncomfortable. But I think you ultimately go towards the new. 3 of Wands, the Hierophant, there you are, and the 10 of Wands. Even if you can't see your way forward, I think you move towards the new. Look, whatever the hell this is, it's not a feel-good energy. But there could be some emotional attachment here or maybe even some codependency that's keeping you stuck. And that's why I think just 30 minutes a day by yourself, just really thinking about this and making that list of the positive and negative traits that you have to deal with here, the experiences, I think gives you the vision to move forward. And I think what we're ending with the Seven of Wands to the Seven of Wands, because I think once you figure that out and you lay this boundary, you move forward towards victory here. This is beautiful energy. This is detaching. And I'd mentioned the devil. Yeah, I think you end up closing this out. You end up detaching from something or someone here has been quite toxic for you. Definitely has been disagreements, arguments, competition, could be some envy, could be some jealousy here. But I feel like you would leave that all in the past and move towards happiness. Death card, the Emperor, the Five of Cups, the Lovers. You know, at the end of the day, it's a choice. You get to make that ultimate choice. You can stay in something that is emotionally and mentally depleting you, or you can move towards something or someone that is far better for you and far healthier for you. That choice is completely up to you, but I don't think you can make the choice here, and I think that's your message. Until you put a little distance between you and whomever this is, and you give yourself that quiet time to really contemplate the positive and negative attributes of staying in this, as well as the positive and negative attributes of completely disengaging from this. I would also compare those as well. That's what I hope for you. That's what I have for you, Taurus. I hope that this has been helpful in helping you with whatever decision this is that you have to make. If you like this message, it resonated with you, or you just found it to be helpful, maybe even hopeful, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Gemini Twin Gang. Let's take a look at your tarot card of the week. Keep in mind, gems, this is not what you don't see coming. It's more or less a little self-help guide from the divine. So for the week of July 6, 2025, what do you have? Page of Wands. Whoa. Page of Wands. What signs are preparing you to move into a new direction? You've got some Aries in your chart. You may want to take a look at that Aries reading. What signs are preparing you to move into a new direction? This is the Minor Arcana card to the Fool card. It talks about someone who's on the precipice of making a pretty significant life change, but they need to discover a little bit more information before they actually take that leap of faith. Tell me more about the Page of Wands here for Gemini. Tell me a little bit more about this for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, my dear, we have the Four of Pentacles, followed by the Nine of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. Well, there's your new. There's your opportunity. Please don't get mad at me. I feel like you're holding on to something or someone it's just not working. It's not working. Or it's no longer growing. You know, Pentacle energy, whatever resource this is for you, it's supposed to continually grow. And I see you here holding on to it. Like, nope, these are my pentacles. But the Ace of Pentacles is the potential to get to the 10. This isn't growing, whatever this is. And it could be, I don't know, your attempt to quit smoking. It could be a bad habit you have that you're trying to break. But whatever you're trying to do here is not successful at this time, or is not as successful as it could be if maybe you did something differently. And maybe for some of you, you need to leave it behind completely. Bottom of the deck, we have Knight of Wands, the Empress, and the Ace of Cups. You have 2 of the 4 aces on the darn table. If you have any Aries placements, like your Moon or your Rising, you need to take a look at that, because they also had the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Cups, the Magician. Look at the difference in this energy. This is manifesting success, right? Because Wheel of Fortune, Jupiterian energy, rules our opposite sign of Sagittarius. So this is all good luck, good fortune. You're manifesting good luck, good fortune. Meanwhile, we've got the Devil to the Nine of Pentacles to the Eight of Swords. What are you afraid of? I think this came up in one of your readings in the last week or two, and I was like, are you afraid of success? Are you afraid of being happy? This is a mixed bag of messages here. So for some of you, maybe you're afraid of, I don't know, making money. Maybe you're afraid of being successful because then, you know, I don't know, the other shoe's going to drop and you're going to be poor again. So it's like, well, I might as well just stay poor. Why bother being rich for a year if I'm going to be poor again? But you're flanked here by 2 low vibrational energies. The Devil, isn't typically low vibrational. It's Capricornian energy. And if I would have seen the Devil with maybe like other cards around it, then I would say, oh, okay, you're manifesting success. Because high vibrational Capricorn, that's Saturn and Capricorn, the Devil card. And I've got my eye on the prize. I'm going full throttle. I'm not stopping until I get it, till I launch the business, till it's successful, until I find my forever person, until I marry them, like whatever that goal is for you. But your stability, your happiness, your independence, your financial wealth is flanked by the Devil and the Eight of Swords, which is the lower octave, to the devil. So some of you are afraid of being alone, possible. So I'm going to stay in this, whatever this is, situation, environment, or connection that isn't growing, is stuck, stale, stagnant, because I'm afraid to be alone, or I'm afraid of rebuilding alone. Could be that too. For others of you, if it's not a fear of independence, it could be a fear of money. You know, at least with this job, I can rely on the four of Pentacles every week. But ooh, if I go out on my own to be an independent business owner, then I got to work hard to make the money. And what if the money doesn't come in? So claim this how you want. There's a situation, environment, or connection you're clinging to, or a way of doing something that it feels stable, but there's no growth to it. And you're wounded. I mean, I've got a Gemini here on bended knee, and you're not proposing to anyone. This is, damn, this was another hard day. And so you're struggling for the Four of Pentacles. It's a struggle to maintain this job, maintain this relationship, maintain this living situation, maintain your finances. It's a struggle. That struggle is your sign that you could be doing something smarter, more efficiently, more independently. Because your card here is what signs are preparing you to move into a new direction. The struggle, whatever this is. Like, let's say we're talking about quitting smoking. And you quit smoking and it lasts for a day or two, and then you're back to quitting smoking. And then a week later, you're like, I'm going to quit cold turkey again. So you're holding on to the method of quitting smoking, just an example, that's leaving you wounded. There's really no success here. The success is small. Ooh, you're quitting for 24 hours or 48 hours. I'm not shaming you. I'm a smoker. I'm just using this as an example because I know what that's like. But maybe there's a different way. So maybe there's a more efficient way. Maybe you need the patch. You know, maybe vaping. You know, I don't know. I'm not for or against anything. I'm just throwing things out there. The message here is you're doing something on repeat, thinking, well, there's some success with it, but really there's not. There's a more smarter, more efficient way of doing it. But why you're not doing it is out of fear. You think it won't be successful. Why bother trying to quit smoking? Every time I've tried to quit before, it's not successful. So why try the patch? Why not try the patch? Again, it's just an example, because clearly the way you've been trying isn't working. I could be speaking to a Gemini. You're holding on to a relationship that isn't growing. It's stale, it's stuck, it's stagnant. It doesn't even offer you full financial stability. It's the illusion. Four of Pentacles in a long-term relationship or marriage is the illusion of stability. So I don't know what you're clinging on to here, because this is saying if you put some energy in a different direction, and I don't know what that is for you, becoming single, new opportunities open up where there's success and you get what you manifest. I mean, Magician to the Nine of Cups, for God's sakes. So I've tapped into a group of you where you're stuck in something. You want forward movement, you want forward progress, you want forward success, but there's either a fear here of being alone or having to start over. I think some of you are afraid of money. And maybe that's some lack mentality that comes from your childhood. I don't know. I hate to put everything on childhood, but the fact is the way we're raised has a huge, effect on us as adults. So you're afraid of success. That's the long and short of it. So you're doing rope-a-dope here in this same thing. When you could be moving towards the new. I want to get advice for you here, Gemini, because you either have to do something differently or invest in something differently. I would even just consider doing this differently. This is like, I'm going to use food as an example, okay? And I'm going to use a really stupid food analogy, so don't be mad at me. You make an egg omelet the same way every time you make it. It's okay, but it's boring. It's, I don't know, same egg and ham omelet. Same egg and ham omelet. And you're like, I would really like to make a different type of omelet, because all this freaking omelet has in it is eggs and ham. And the divine's just saying, hey, look, if you're tired of having the same omelet, why don't you think about adding some cheese to it? Like, you could do it differently. You could add cheese. You could add vegetables. Have you thought about not having an omelet today and maybe scrambling the eggs? Whoa, revolutionary. So I'm not even telling you that you have to leave behind whatever this is. Maybe there's just a need here for you to do it differently so you have the same outcome. You're still having eggs, but it's different. I don't know why someone needed to hear that. I'm so sorry. Take them as just how they resonate to you. I want to get you Actually, I want to know what the Ace of Pentacles to the Ace of Cups here is. What is this for Gemini? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. The Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. You would have to do something differently or move in a new direction. That's what that Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups is. Now I get it. It's everything you ever wanted, but it requires you to leave something or someone behind. Example, I'm manifesting being healthy and looking good and feeling good, but I have to give up crap food and smoking. But I'll have the Ten of Pentacles of health if I do that. But, ooh, I don't know if I want to give up crap food and smoking, because a cigarette in the morning with my coffee and a Burger King Whopper Jr. with cheese and bacon is, you know, the best burger on the planet to me. That's what this is. That's what this is. And if I'm speaking to a Gemini where this is a relationship, it offers you some semblance of stability, but it's goddamn hard for you to get up every day and just deal with it. There's no, it's not emotionally pleasing to you. You would love to have a romantic partner where things are spicy and there's unconditional love and they're a knight in shining armor or you're a knight in shining armor and the two of you come together and you build wealth and love for a lifetime. But it's going to require you to leave the person that you're with, and you're a little afraid of doing that because you've got some codependency with that person that you're with. Just take the messages how they resonate to you. If it's not your message, check another placement. So for you to get to the Ten of Pentacles, you'd have to leave something or someone behind. Or again, change up the way you're doing something. And I don't know why. I don't know. Why are you afraid of the new? I don't understand it. You're afraid of changing something up, which is so Gemini. That's why you're the twins. Because one day it's like, yep, I'm going to do it. And then the next day it's like, no, whoa, Nelly. Whoa, Nelly, I can't do that. This is too stable. Is it? Because if it was stable, why would you want to consider leaving it? If it was good for you and it felt good, and it was the right path for you, and it was successful, why are you daydreaming about the complete opposite? So what signs are preparing you to move in a new direction? The situation, environment, connection, habit, or pattern that you're currently engaging in or with. Let's get you 3 cards of advice here, Gemini. 3 cards of advice. The Star, move towards your wish fulfillment, whatever that is. 6 of Wands, go out there and be successful. King of Cups, go for the gold, have the new beginning. Fool card at the bottom of the deck. You've got nothing to lose. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. And I'm not telling you to do it all in 24 hours or even this week, but you could start preparing for it. How to move on to that new path. Because, and this has come up in your readings before, it's everything you've ever wanted. But again, you have the divine gift of free will. You can continue the cycle that you're in, or you can change things up. And what you do is entirely up to you. That's what I have for you, Gemini, for the week of July 6th, 2025. Some heavy readings this week so far. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, or maybe tomorrow you just want to make your eggs a little differently, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Cancer. Let's see what your tarot card is for the week of July 6, 2025. If you're celebrating your birthday, happy birthday. And keep in mind, my love, this is not what's coming towards you. Just a little self-help to help you with your life's journey at this time. Wow, you have the World card. What is closing out for you now, and what new cycle are you ready to start? So whatever situation, environment, or connection you're in, you have learned everything you had to learn from it. You've gleaned everything you had to glean from it. You can continue to stay in it. It's not going to change. Or you can start a new chapter. Tell me more about the World card here for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. You know, when I see that World card, and I watch other tarot readings on YouTube like you do, and some tarot readers are like, oh, it's all coming to an end. Not exactly. I mean, more often than not, we have the choice if we want to keep doing something, although doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is the very definition of insanity. Some of us just choose to be insane for just a little bit. And when I see the World card in a reading, and I think I was saying this to Pisces a couple of weeks ago, it's like high school, right? So whatever this has been for you, and I'm not trying to trivialize or minimize what you're going through, but I want to give you a real world comparison. In the United States, because I don't know where you're watching me from, we have high school. You go to elementary school, then usually you go to a middle school, 7th, 8th grade, somewhere thereabouts, 6th, 7th, 8th grade. And then you spend most of your older teenage years in high school, right? Like 14 years old to 18 years old. And when you're done with high school, then there's 3 things you can do. You can Go to trade school, learn a new trade. You can go to a university, or you could get a job. Actually, let me throw in a fourth one. Some kids take a year off and travel or just relax at home. So you have choices, but high school has ended here for you. Whatever situation, environment, or connection this is. This is done. Senior year, it's over. We already had graduation. It's time to move on, right? You can go to trade school. You can go to university. You could go out on your own. You could take a whole year off and relax. What you choose to do after this is up to you. But the fact of the matter is, as an adult, you have the divine gift of free will. And so if you wanted to do high school again, I imagine you could. I don't know why anyone would, but you could. But you're not going to learn anything from it. You're not going to pick up any extra skills or diplomas. You could spend another 4 years here. You're not going to leave with a master's or a PhD or your doctorate. So that's typically how, when I see the world card, it's like, yeah, this is over. It's time for you to move on from it. But at the end of the day, if you want to repeat that cycle, you could. You could. Personally, you'd be wasting your time because, again, the whole meaning of tarot is you've learned everything you had to learn there. See, this is fixed energy. The world card represents the 4 fixed signs of tarot, which they don't really move unless there's a need to move. So this is like the time to stand still, and whatever this is over. It's time to move on. You want to choose to stand still, you can, but nothing's going to change there. Let's get 4 cards for you, my love. What is this world card here for Cancer? One more shuffle. Thank you. What do you have, babe? You got the Ace of Swords. That's the truth. 3 of Pentacles, the Star, and the Ace of Wands. You got 2 of the 4 aces. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Pentacles, Strength, Wheel of Fortune. There you are. That's your Jupiterian energy there. You can move forward, you can go back, or you can repeat the same cycle, even if it's somewhere else. You have the possibility here, or the potential, to work towards your wish fulfillment. And I don't know what this is for you. The dream job, your own business, finding a love partner. It's literally being presented to you. It's like a gift from God. This talent that you have, this passion that you have. But if you don't want to pour any pentacle energy into it, nothing will change. Nothing happens, you know. What is this for you? Ace of Swords. Truth, clarity, 10 of Wands. The situation, environment, or connection that you're dealing with here is excessively burdensome for you. And that's the truth. And whatever it is, the universe has been trying to prepare you for it closing out. The Moon. And I think you're afraid of it closing out. The Emperor. I think, bottom of the deck, 2 of Cups. Maybe, oh my God, you have 3 of the 4 aces here. 2 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, 6 of Wands. Look, if this is a business partnership that's ending, whether you have your own business, you know, and you're in partnership with someone, or it's, you know, you work for someone, this closing out brings in another more stable, more successful business partnership for you. And it comes in relatively quick. I'm not telling you to quit your job before you find the next job, but I would tell you this is your opportunity, at least this week, to get those resumes and applications out there. Make it your job to find another job, and you do. I mean, you really do. If this is a dream of yours, I dream of opening up my own business one day, Ace of Wands. In order to make that dream a reality, to just take that wishing upon a star, the star card, and actually make it into something tangible, you're going to have to put some pentacle effort into it. 3 of Pentacles. You know, I did a live reading for a woman, a private reading a couple of weeks ago, and she has a dream of opening up her own business. She's had this dream for probably about 5 years now. She had some very legitimate reasons why she hasn't been able to do it. I don't have the time, I don't have the money. But at the same time, she said, well, I keep watching tarot readings, career and finance tarot readings, and they keep telling me my business is launching, my business is launching. And she's like, well, it's been like 5 or 6 years and the business isn't launching. Just because tarot is telling you the business is going to launch doesn't mean it'll miraculously will. Most of us anyway are energy readers. This is your potential. All aces in tarot are potential. But if you don't apply pentacle energy into it, it's not going to materialize. You know, it's like when I started this channel in April of 2024. I had to sit at the table, which back then was over there, and turn on my cell phone. You know, I had to invest $30 on a ring cam holder and hold my cell phone. And I had to sit there recording myself because I was really nervous. I was already doing readings on X, on Twitter, but that was a much a much smaller audience for me than I knew I would receive, or I hoped to receive, here on YouTube. So it was nerve-wracking. I spent like 30 hours in a row recording myself, tripping over my words, trying to get comfortable with my presence, the right angle, the right lighting. Do I sound like an idiot? Like all of that. But at some point, I had to record a video and I had to upload it. So all the tarot readings saying, Gemini, if you launch your business with Jupiter in your sign, it's going to be successful. But if I would have spent the last year not doing that, I wouldn't have, over 100,000 subscribers today. I had to put in the pentacle effort to take the darn video, to record myself doing a reading, and then I had to get the chutzpah to upload it to YouTube. And then sit and wait to see what the public reaction would be. And despite some negative comments, I recorded a second video and I threw that up there, and I haven't stopped. I've had some, couple of days, a week, or I couldn't because I had personal stuff going on, but I haven't stopped. This is something you want. I don't know what this is for you. Love, your own business, a family, maybe some of you want your own family, but you're going to have to put in the pentacle energy to turn the dream into reality, like in order for it to take root. So if you want a love partner and you're single, they're not just going to miraculously knock on your door. It doesn't matter how many tarot readings you watch that says you're going to meet someone this month. If you're shut in your house, how would you meet that person? And I know you're feeling low right now. 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles to the Star card. Whether that's you feeling financial lack, you feeling emotional lack, I get it. It's tough. It's tough. You're really in your emotions right now. Life pretty much knocked you down and kicked you in the teeth. You can stay down, the World card, you can stay down and you can feel victimized by life. And believe me, I've been there. We've all been there. Or you can pick yourself up by your bootstraps and say, starting today, whatever this star dream is for me, this wish that I made at some point in time, I'm going to pour real energy into it. I'm going to research stuff online, or I'm going to get my resumes out there. Maybe this is health for some of you. I don't know. I'm not allowed to do health readings, personal health readings, but let's say it's health. You really want to start getting healthy and eating healthy, and I don't know, maybe quit smoking or something. Going to have to start today. This is putting in real pentacle energy. Despite the doubts, despite the fears, despite the insecurities, be the emperor, empress of your life. Even though some days you feel like crap. This is your moment. You just had Jupiter leave my sign, where it was a bit debilitated, because whenever we have our opposite signs planet in our sign, it becomes debilitated basically for the whole zodiac. So, and I know this, I'm a Gemini, right? So my opposite sign, Sagittarius. Sagittarius was in Gemini for the last year. Did it offer me some type of financial stability? It did, but not as much as it did when it moved into your sign. So now you have Jupiter in Cancer. This is where it thrives. And you've got it right here in the Wheel of Fortune. So astrologically, the placement is there for you. And literally in tarot, it's here for you. Every time I do a reading for a Cancerian in private, the freaking Wheel of Fortune card comes up and I'm like, oh my God, this is your year. Don't squander it. I don't know what this dream or wish here is for you. But Jupiter in your sign is exalted, and it will be exalted until the middle of June of 2026. If you pour some real pentacle energy, Jupiter gives you a nice big fat present before it leaves your sign. It gives you success. It gives you love. Whatever that is here that you want to work on. But you need to get up and do it. I hate to be the one to tell you that. I wish that, I could give you the reading that says, I don't know, burn a candle and say this saying and everything you want will come to you. It's not that easy. You're going to have to put some work into whatever this is. But I know the outcome is beautiful. It's stable. It's loving. It's passionate. It's grounded. It makes life exciting again. But you got to pull yourself up by your bootstraps here. I don't know what's ending here for you. A job, a relationship. It's something monumental. Instead of seeing it as a loss, see it as an opportunity to move towards the job you've always wanted, the soulmate you've always wanted. See it as an opportunity as opposed to a defeat. If I were a Cancerian and this was my reading, I would start changing my mindset. And I don't know, what technique you can do that'll work for you. It's different for everyone. Meditation, yoga, walks in nature, being alone, going to a park. Some of my best moments of solace and peace are sitting at a park and like watching the birds or feeding the birds. So maybe something like that for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere. Obviously, Southern Hemisphere, it's winter. But yoga, meditation, sitting in silence, feel your own heartbeat, reground yourself. This sucks, I get it. And you can stay there. You could do another 4 years of this, metaphorically speaking, or you can rise up like the leader that you are. I would not squander Jupiter in your sign. It will not be in your, once it leaves your sign, it won't come back for another 12 years. It's got to go through every zodiac sign until it comes back to you. So this is a hell of a 12-month period for you to launch the life you've wanted in whatever direction you want to go in. Or you can sit and sulk, but I wouldn't squander this. You've already lost 2 weeks of Jupiter in your sign. I wouldn't lose the, next 11 and a half months. This, whatever this is for you, could be phenomenally huge, but it's going to require you to get up and put some real pentacle energy into it. That's what I have for you, my love. I didn't mean to be preachy. I just share the messages that I get. I know the Cancerian Collective is struggling now to move forward. And again, you don't have to, but if you choose to, what's waiting for you is wish fulfillment. And I should have shown you this card because it was just hiding right behind here. It was the 4th ace, the Ace of Cups. All 4 aces. I hardly ever do a reading for the collective or personal where all 4 aces show themselves from the same deck. That's so it's yours for the taking. So what is closing out for you now, and what new cycle are you ready to start? See, key word there is ready, because if you're not ready and you squander it, then you kind of lose the opportunity. I wouldn't see this as a defeat or ending. I would see it as a chance to obtain everything you've ever wanted. And with just a little effort on your part, it comes to you. It really does. That's what I have for you, Cancer. That is your tarot card for the week of July 6th, 2025. Don't sit on this anymore. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, or maybe just found them to be helpful or hopeful, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Leo. Let's see what your tarot card is for the week of July 6th, 2025. Keep in mind, this is not what you don't see coming. It's more or less little self-help guide here from the divine. 7 of Cups. What situation in your life is bringing you a variety of choices? Options, choices. I like this because you were stuck there for a while. You didn't have many choices, and the choices you had, you didn't really like. Let's be honest. I was doing your readings, but you're moving in a different way. That's interesting. You're moving in a different way these days. 7 of Cups is scorpionic energy, which is the death card in Tower, right? Death and rebirth and transformation. So this process of transforming, or process of transformation that you've been going through, is about to open up the door for you. Whatever it is that you're doing, I would keep doing it. Whatever this transformation is, I feel like you're on the right path. All 7 of these cups have something beautiful growing in them. Like in some decks, one looks like a coiled snake. One looks like, fool's gold. Not in this deck. This is love. You've got pentacle energy here. You have public recognition. You've got jewels here. This is 6 of Wands energy here with like the wreath. I would, whatever it is that you're doing, that you're transforming in your life, I would keep going, because I think you have some really beautiful opportunities now headed your way because you chose to change. So what situation in your life is bringing you a variety of choices? The situation is your transformation. Tell me more about this here for Leo. One more shuffle. Thank you. 7 of Cups, clarified by the Magician. 2 of Swords. Don't be afraid. Ace of Pentacles. You manifest that new beginning. Temperance. Wheel of Fortune. 3 of Pentacles. Judgment. I don't know. I feel like you've been working on changing yourself, mastering yourself, becoming a different version, a better version of you. I think some of you struggle with manifestation. Either you don't really believe in it, or you don't really know how to do it. Because it's almost like, I would like to manifest this Ace of Pentacles, but I don't know how, right? This person is blindfolded. This is the astrological placement of Moon in Libra. So I'd like to do it. I'd like to be fair and balanced and get it right and do that, but I don't know how to do that, or I can't see how to do that. If you would work on your manifestation skills, this comes in for you hella fast. That's a technical term. Hella fast. Tell me more about the Magician energy. You're transforming and it's beautiful. But I feel like now you need to work on your manifestation skills. Four of Pentacles, King of Pentacles just fell out of the deck. Stability, finances, a life partner. You know, what it is you're manifesting is different for all of you. There's definitely something here about structure and stability. Again, whether that's in your professional life, personal, even within platonic connections. The Leo collective is looking for long-term stability. And that's what you're manifesting. But I feel like the manifestation hasn't become a reality. You could be getting a little frustrated with that. Tell me more about the Magician energy here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Nine of Swords, Six of Pentacles, the Star card. Oh man, this is like, I don't know if I'm doing it right. I know what my wish fulfillment is. Again, some type of long-term stability, right, in the Star card. But Six of Pentacles to the Nine of Swords is, I don't know if I'm doing it right. I don't know how to do it right. I don't know how to achieve that or attain that. Balance, balance, balance. Your manifestation here is flanked. It's almost like a triangle here of balance. Six of Pentacles, balance. Two of Pentacles, Moon and Libra, balance. Temperance card, balance. So you're trying to create the new. You're hoping and praying for it, but you don't see it coming in. And I think you're doubting your manifestations ability. And maybe you should be. I don't know. Maybe you're doing it right. Maybe you're doing it wrong. But this isn't coming in up. This isn't coming in quick enough. And I think you're starting to doubt whether or not it will come in. And I hate to say to you, it's coming in divine timing, but it literally is. Tell me more about this Ace of Pentacles. Tell me more about the Ace of Pentacles. Let me plug that camera in before it dies during your reading. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Let's get these on the table for you first. Page of Cups, Eight of Cups, and King of Cups. Okay, there we go, and we're back. So, Page of Cups, Eight of Cups, King of Cups. So, in addition to looking for stability, it's not only financial stability. Remember, it's a collective general reading, so it could be and or both. I've got some of you manifesting financial stability. Some of you are wanting emotional stability because you're not feeling very emotionally stable at this time. So let's say you're the Four of Pentacles, not feeling very financially stable. So you could be manifesting money, right? King of Pentacles, whether you're masculine or feminine. If this is love related or emotion related, you're feeling Eight of Cups, not very emotionally satisfied. So in that respect, you're manifesting King of Cups, some type of emotional fulfillment. Page of Cups, something new in love. So, and for some of you, maybe it's both, or maybe you're looking for stability in a love partner. You know, again, it's a collective general reading. So yeah, some of you wanting more financial stability, some of you wanting maybe even a more emotionally mature partner, because look how the cards came out. The Page of Cups to the Eight of Cups to the King of Cups. Maybe some of you walked away from someone who was emotionally immature and you're walking towards, hoping to walk towards someone who's emotionally mature. That could be it as well. You'd like a new beginning with someone who's emotionally mature and maybe who's in it for the long run. Okay, so I want to get you some advice here because I feel like if we work on our manifestation differently, if we learn a different way how to do this, then it comes in. Then it comes in. So just because you haven't received it doesn't mean the dream is dead. The dream is alive, right? It can still come back to you. It can still be revived or come alive. Yeah, come alive. But it's going to require you, us, to manifest it differently. I get now the Seven of Cups. There's lots of different ways to manifest. What situation in your life is bringing you a variety of choices? So not only is this a variety of choices in terms of what you're manifesting, this now I get it, light bulb moment, okay? Some days I think I'm a blonde, no offense to blondes. There are different ways to manifest, and there are. That's a fact. So I would play around with different ways of manifestation until you find the one that works for you. Now I get that. Okay. Five of Cups just came flying out of the deck. So in terms of advice for manifestation, we need to manifest from a higher frequency or a higher vibration. Now, it's impossible to live that way 24/7. I've tried my best. Sometimes life just kicks you in the teeth. There's nothing you can do about it. But when you're taking that time to manifest, let's say, like what I do, I sit there, legs are crossed, everything is off. I usually have the windows open. I manifest very early in the morning. Again, there are so many different ways of manifesting. You figure out what works for you. For me, it's the morning. Windows open. I hear the birds outside. The sun is just coming up. It's very quiet. I live in a very rural country town here in northwestern New Jersey in the United States of America. We've got more cows here than we have people. So it's a very quiet setting for me. If it's not quiet where you live because you live in the city, then just keep your windows closed. You know, you can put on some type of relaxing music, instrumental, you know, in the background, or some type of white noise. Again, you just kind of want to clear your space. I light my sage. I sit there in the quiet, eyes closed, listening to nature. My sage, my Palo Santo is burning. And I literally just focus on like nothing, blankness. I don't think about anything, not myself, not my cat, not this, not the people I interact with, not my person. I literally just focus on my breathing. And I pay attention to the rhythm of my breathing. That's really what I do. And it puts me in an extremely relaxing state. And at that point, I start asking for what it is that I need. Not what I want, what I need. I guess some people could ask what they want, but I ask for what I need or what I think I need. So, but if I'm sitting there and I'm doing that in the 5 of Cup energy, where I feel emotional loss, like you can't manifest from a place of where you're crying. You can't manifest from a place of pain. It's low vibrational. Or from a place of anger because something didn't work out or something fell through. You got to be very clear-headed. And that's why setting the environment is like number one important for me to do that, because that helps me to relax. Because my life is pretty stressful when this camera isn't on. I got a lot going on, but I have to be very relaxed to do this. And so in order to do this, I have to do that first. I kind of got to set the stage. And you can't manifest from a place of anxiety or worry or the feeling of defeat or emotional loss. So I would take that as advice number one. And interesting, like five of Cups here, this person is looking at their goal, their dream, which is like long way off, right? It's on the other side of the river, but not looking down at the 3 cups that have spilled. So your focus has to be during meditation on the goal, on the dream that's sitting out there, right? Not what is falling apart around you. Okay. Next, 4 swords. Can't make it up. Quiet, stillness, meditation, right? This is laying down, eyes closed. You can sit up, you can lay down, whatever works for you. Again, 7 of Cups, lots of different ways to do this. But keeping focus on the goal, not focusing on what's falling apart around you. And again, I take this as like listen to your breathing. Just being in total rest mode. King of Swords. And then with great clarity, King of Swords is the king of clarity and brevity. With great clarity and brevity, ask for what you need. That's Hermit. There you go. That's how I do it. And this is what Tarot's telling you to do. So I would try a different way of manifesting. I think you're trying different ways and it's not working and getting frustrated. You think manifestation is a crock of bull. It's not. And what you want is waiting for you. So I would look up different techniques, how to do it, but I just shared to you what I do. And maybe that's something you want to implement. Maybe it'll work for you. Maybe it won't. But silence, keeping your eye on the prize, focus on your breathing. And then when you ask for whatever it is that you need, you're short, clear, and concise. Hermit, wise counselor, to the Empress, to the Knight of Cups. Look at that. You get what you want, like it comes in. It might take a month. But I would actively manifest. And I know manifestation powers are like heightened supposedly during the new moon and full moon. They are, but I manifest every single day. So maybe that's something you want to change up as well. And it takes me 10 minutes to do it. No more than 10 or 12 minutes every morning. So maybe that's some advice there for you, Leo. What situation in your life is bringing you a variety of choices? I think manifestation is your key here to bring you choices and opportunities. I also think there's, different choices and opportunities on how you can manifest. So I would begin to explore them, try them, see what works for you. Manifest for something small. It's not like, oh, I hope I win $1 million. Don't do that stuff. I hope I win the lottery. Don't even waste your manifestation on that. I'm going to be honest with you. But something that you really need, something small. Focus on that and work with different techniques until you get it right. And when you get it right and it comes through and you're like, oh my God, it worked. Now you got a technique that works for you. And you'll know before you get it if it's working for you, because your whole mood shifts, your whole vibration shifts, because you feel like, all right, even though I can't see it, it's not here yet, I know it's on its way to me. And that's how you know you figured out the right way to manifest. I'm going to wrap it up there. I feel like I've spoken for too long, but that's what I have for you, my love. Your tarot card for the week is July 6th. For the week of July 6th, 2025 is the Seven of Cups. Figure out some new ways how to manifest and find the technique that works best for you. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you good luck with this. And as always, light, love, and peace. Hello, Virgo. Let's take a look at your tarot card for the week of July 6, 2025. Keep in mind, this is not what you don't see coming. It's more or less little self-help from the divine for you for the week ahead. You have the Justice card. What needs to be resolved and set right in your life? So there's something that's not fair and balanced. I feel like whatever this is, it's not capable of changing on its own. It's like only you can be the judge and jury on this, make the decision. You know what I mean? Like come in with the verdict. It's like it's up to you. Tell me more about this here. On the split, I've got Ace of Pentacles and Four of Swords. So something about healing something in order to have an opportunity or new opportunity. Tell me more about this here for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What do they need to know about the Justice card? Why is this their tarot card for the week? One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, King of Wands. So this requires you to take the inspired action to act on it. King of Wands, Nine of Swords, Four of Cups, Page of Cups. There you go. So bottom of the deck, Knight of Swords, Six of Wands, Two of Swords. Like your victory, King of Wands, Queen of Wands here. Your victory comes in actually like you need to be the one to, again, make the verdict or make the decision with whatever this is. This is one of those readings where like it's either going to hit or it's not. So if it's not, I'm sorry, just check another placement. But if it does hit for you, you're already plagued with thoughts about whatever situation, environment, or connection this is, or situation that you're dealing with, right? So it's like it's within your power. And I feel like if you're not the one to take action here, then like nothing happens, or the possibility of what could be it's just going to float out there as like a dream or a fantasy or a what if. So like the opportunity comes in here, whether it's one you create or one that comes in from an external source, the moment you decide to take inspired action towards it. And that might require you to, Knight of Swords, kind of slay the dragons here, slay the demons here of the Nine of Swords, all of this. Instead of thinking about this, it's actually doing it. That's your victory. So that Two of Swords to the Six of Wands, like you're blocking victory in whatever this is because you're not taking the inspired action that's required here. You're either giving up your power to someone else and allowing them to be the arbiter of this decision, which is going to affect you. So for some of you, you're surrendering your power to someone else. And for others of you, you kind of have surrendered it to the universe. And it's like, well, if it's meant to be, it'll be. Like, well, if I find if I'm meant to find the love of my life, I'll find them. But you're just kind of, it's still this feeling of surrender. And it's like, no, you need to take the inspired action and to be vulnerable, to put yourself out there. And it's like, boom, then love comes in. Or you're at this job and the job sucks. And it's like, get out of all of the negative what ifs. I find another job and then I leave this job and I start that job and then that job is crap 3 months from now. But who says it's crap 3 months from now? It's almost like you're talking yourself out of finding the other job. And so then the feeling here is like, well, I'm just going to give it to God. I'm going to give it to the universe. And if it's meant for me to have another job, a job will come in. But if you don't take the inspired action to apply for another job, how would it come in? It doesn't. It just kind of, the opportunity just kind of drifts away, right? It never actually materializes. So there's something here in your life, my love, that I feel like you've given up your power on. Either you've given it to someone else or you've just kind of given it to God. And you're not literally taking any action in this direction. And therefore, you're actually blocking success and victory. It would be like, another example here would be like you have identified someone that you'd love to go out on a date with, but you're not asking them out on a date because you're stuck with the what if they say no? What if they say yes and we go out to a date and I don't like the way they chew or the way they breathe annoys me? Like it's like, and I understand that, but you then also could potentially be missing out an opportunity to find your person or to find love. So there's a need here to, instead of surrendering your will to something or someone else, what you should be surrendering are the doubts, fears, and anxieties you have or insecurities you have, and then going full throttle after whatever it is that you want. That's your victory. Tell me more about this. Tell me about the Nine of Swords here. What are you so worried about? One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Empress, the Three of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Swords. Knight of Cups, the Fool. So I have tapped into a group of you, whether you are currently partnered or not. There's a fear about either putting yourself out there and meeting a romantic partner, or if you're currently in a connection, as much as you may be enjoying it, you're kind of keeping it at page level because you're afraid that if you invest a little bit more, if you go from page to the knight, it's going to be disastrous. This person could end up breaking your heart like the last person, or juggling you Two of Pentacles like the last person, or lying, cheating, betraying you, or having options in that Seven of Cups energy. Yeah, and then the relationship is over. The Death card, Wheel of Fortune, same crap just happened to me. So I've tapped into a group of you where you're afraid of love, whether that is meeting a new love partner or taking your current connection and investing a little bit more emotional energy into it, because the last time you did, it crashed and burned. I got it. I figured it out. I got it. So if that's not your story, you don't feel like that resonates with you, I'm sorry, it's not your message. Check another placement. So what are you missing out on here? Because some of you're missing out on, I hate to say divine counterpart, I feel like that's so overused, but a solid soulmate. Tell me about this Four of Cups to the Page of Cups here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Queen of Swords, Five of Pentacles, and the Emperor. Emperor to the Empress. So your doubts, your fears, your insecurities about the past repeating itself. Three of Cups. I feel like this is blocking you from emotional happiness, emotional contentment in a relationship. You're playing it too small. Page level, page level. Page of Wands, Page of Cups. If you're looking for a love partner, you're at Page of Wands level. You're really not putting in the actual effort you could be putting in, because you don't have to be a Page of Wands. You could be a King of Wands and find your partner tomorrow if you actually wanted to. If you're currently in a relationship, you're showing up emotionally as a Page of Cups. You don't have to be a Page of Cups. You could be a Knight of Cups. And again, I'm not telling you to be a King of Cups, but you can incrementally go up to that level. But there's a fear here, because the last time I was left out in the cold, my heart was broken, I was juggled. I don't want the same pattern to repeat. The pattern is only repeating at this point, right now, in the here and now, in your head. I hate to be so blunt and honest, but these are all the negative thoughts, basically the devil energy, right? Low vibrational devil energy there. Because every card in tarot is high vibe, but this is fear of something from the past repeating itself. And that fear is holding you back from having a really beautiful love connection. And all right, let's say it doesn't last for the rest of your life. Maybe you just have 2 amazing months with this person, or 2 amazing years, or 20. Why you give up the opportunity to experience love on some level for any length of time out of fear? Not every connection is going to last a lifetime, but I guess you could choose to be alone until you find the one, but you could take every single relationship as a learning experience and just keep plowing ahead. I know that's easier said than done, but it's true. Like when my 20-year, I was with Tony 24 years, married for 21, together for 24. But, when I had asked for the divorce, within 3 months, I was dating someone else, to the shock and amazement of my friends. But truth be told, I was grieving that marriage for the last 3 years I was in it. So I was really over it and ready for love. I mean, we were living like roommates the last 3.5 years of our marriage. That's my new Mr. Wonderful, who's texting me now, who I've been with now for 5 years. Because I took that leap of faith. And God forbid the relationship ends, I don't know, a month from now. I hope it doesn't. I'm going to knock on wood. This table is wood underneath the tablecloth. But what would have been the alternative? To spend the last 5 years alone? So let's say it ends a month from now. Okay, I hope it doesn't, but let's say it does. I just had 5 great years of love and sex and compassion and compatibility nowhere close to what I had in a 24-year relationship with someone else. And that's just a fact. So, okay, maybe this doesn't pan out and you don't end up living happily ever after, right? Life happens, things happen. But why miss out on any length of time to experience unconditional love and to give unconditional love? He says hello, by the way. If you're recording, tell them I said hi. Hi. So why miss out on that? And I think that's what you're doing. I think you're missing out on, if you're in a connection, loving a little deeper. And if you're not in a connection, I think you're missing out on love that, again, regardless of the length of time, could be really amazing. But if I would have allowed that 24-year experience, and not all of it was bad, but last 10 years, rocky enough to make me want to leave, I wouldn't be in this relationship. So just because one ends, as heartbreaking, 3 of Swords as it is, as much 7 of Swords behavior, took place storing it and walking away in the 5 of Pentacles, emotionally and financially, I can't allow my past to rob me of the future. And I'm so glad I didn't take that route. That's the route you're currently taking, is missing out on love or feeling deep love again. So what needs to be resolved and set right in your life? I think it's you. I got to be honest. There's a need to be a little bit more vulnerable when it comes to love, because the victory is there for you, whether that's 6 weeks, 6 years, or 60 years. But you're not going to know if you stay, walled up and guarded up and you never let anyone in, or you only let them in a tiny little bit. So take a chance on love is basically your message here. Now, you don't have to choose to do that, right? You have the divine gift of free will, but I'm really happy that I took the chance. I think you would be too. Again, might not last a lifetime, but just enjoy it while you have it. See it that way. See it as, this may or may not last a lifetime, but I'm going to enjoy every ounce of love that I can feel and give and experience in this moment, in this relationship, for however long it lasts. And I think if you enter a connection or exist in a connection in that way, I think it makes it a lot nicer and easier and free-flowing and not so stressful. So that's what I have for you, Virgo. Your tarot card for the week is the Justice card. What needs to be resolved and set right in your life? I think it's getting out of the negative thinking when it comes to love and allowing yourself to be a little bit more vulnerable enough so you can give it, feel it, and receive it and experience it. That's what I have for you, my love, for the week of July 6th, 2025. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Libra. Let's take a look at your tarot card for the week of July 6th, 2025. Keep in mind, this is not what you don't see coming. This is more or less a little help for you from the divine. You have the Knight of Cups. Are you prepared to receive or give a love offer? Whoa, Libra. Tell me more about this for the Libra collective. What do they need to know about the Knight of Cups? Are you prepared to receive or give a love offer? For Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. So the Knight of Cups is Scorpio and Cancerian energy. I mean, it's Piscean energy as well. But, okay. There's something here about the ability to transform your love life, right? Scorpio energy is all about transformation. Tell me more about this here for Libra. What do they need to know about the Knight of Cups? Why is the Knight of Cups their tarot card of the week? Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Your first card out, my dear, King of Pentacles, followed by 3 of Swords, 5 of Wands, and the World card. So you are either experiencing or on the precipice of experiencing a pretty painful ending in respect to a romantic or love partnership in your life. You're internally conflicted about it, but there could also be some conflict within that partnership at this time. Bottom of the deck, you've got Queen of Wands, 10 of Cups, 8 of Swords. I feel like what you're not seeing, and I don't read body parts or gender, I only read energy. I think for some of you, and I get it because I've gone through a divorce, right? And I was the one who asked for it, but still, I can understand how one can get lost in the thought of, if this ends, I don't know if I could ever have a new beginning in love, right? 8 of Swords, we would get trapped. So that sometimes leaves us stuck, which it did for me for a long time in my marriage, because I didn't want to leave it, as uncomfortable as it was becoming, and as painful, Three of Swords, as it was becoming. It also became a comfort zone, King of Pentacles. We had built quite the life together, right? That's a very resourceful life. So I feel like I've tapped into a group of you where whatever this is for you, what, you know, a marriage or a long-term commitment, I feel like it's coming to an end. I think you're very internally conflicted about ending it or contributing to the ending. I think it's heartbreaking for you, but I think what you're not seeing is the Ten of Cups on the other side of this. And I think that's what you're blindfolded on here, is that there's another romantic partnership kind of waiting out there for you. And I know that feeling, right? Because when I asked for the divorce, I didn't know that 3 months later I would be in another relationship. And my friends were all shocked that I was entering another relationship that quickly. But the fact was, the marriage was rocky for the last 10 years. I was with him 24 years total, 21 of that married. So it was pretty shaky for the last 10 years. And because I struggled with the comfortability that it provided, right? 9 of Wands. I was willing to do it over and over again, no matter how defeating it felt at the end of the day. So the last 3 years of that marriage, I really grieved it. And so when I, you know, was free, single, whatever, I was living on my own, and I connected with my new partner 3 months later, I was really shocked. I was not expecting to find the Ten of Cups within 3 months of leaving the King of Pentacles, okay? But I did. And I'm not telling you that when you leave this, you find the love of your life 3 months later. But there is someone else out there for you. And I think that's why your tarot card is, are you prepared to receive or give a love offer in the future? I wouldn't get so stuck on this ending. I think right now you're stuck on the ending, and I get it. I've been there. But there's something waiting for you on the other side of this. And I think that's what you're not seeing. Tell me about the Three of Swords here. Tell me about the Three of Swords here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Some of you are resisting this ending because you don't know if you'll ever have that. Whether you know this person, you don't know this person, that person's inconsequential to your reading right now. So some of you are resisting the ending because if you kind of have someone else in mind, you don't know how, you know, if it'll work out. And if you don't have someone else in mind, you're afraid you're not going to meet that someone else. Three of Swords, we have the Moon. There you are. Doubts, fears, insecurities. I get it. 10 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles. So you're going back and forth. I've tapped into a group of you, 5 of Pentacles. You are currently in a connection that doesn't feel good. There's heartbreak here. There's pain. There could be lies, betrayal, deception. It's not emotionally pleasing. You're feeling in lack. You could be feeling ignored by your partner, maybe even abandoned. 5 of Pentacles. Oh, God. 7 of Swords. 8 of Wands. This came in out of the blue. You weren't expecting this. Either you weren't expecting to catch feelings for someone else, and now you're the one kind of generating this ending, right? Because you've fallen for someone else. Or maybe your person has. Or you just didn't see the ending coming. Maybe there is no third party. You just didn't see the ending coming. And it's a painful ending. We go from 10 of Pentacles, structure and stability, to 5 of Pentacles, feeling pretty abandoned, left out in the cold. What happened to my stability? So regardless of whether or not you created this ending or generated it in some way or not, or your person did, either way, the foundation of your stability has been rocked, and it has you scared, S-less. And I get that. Again, whether you're creating this ending or contributing to it in some way, it's still rocking your foundation. Some of you are trying to hold up the walls while a tornado is blowing through the building. Don't do that. Don't do that. You can, theoretically, you can, but the structure, you're trying to hold up the walls to, like, okay, thank you for that. Okay, so let's say that there's, God forbid, I'm not wishing this on anyone. It's totally figuratively, right? It's just a metaphor. You're in a building and the foundation is shot. It's cracked. There's water seeping in. There's a storm outside, and here comes a tornado. And you're holding up the wall. The tornado wind is pounding against that building. You're like, I'm not going to let this wall fall. Have you looked around? Because the other 3 walls are down and the floor beneath you is cracked. So some of you are trying to, or contemplating, trying to hold up the one wall of your structure and stability, But if you were really honest with yourself and looked around, there's not much left to the structure. And at the end of the day, even if you were to save that wall, the foundation is completely destroyed. You need to let it fall. Even if for whatever reason you decided to stay in this, you would have to rebuild it from the ground up, like as if it were a house that got hit by a tornado. You can't just patch a wall up. The whole thing needs to be redone. Foundation's got to be dug up. It needs to be rebuilt anew, especially if there was any kind of deception, cheating on your side, their side, both sides, anything like that. It's a ground up renovation. We can't come in and wallpaper over the cracks and the cockroaches and everything else and say, oh, it's pretty again. It's just going to crumble the next time a tornado rolls by. And relationships constantly have tornadoes swirling around them. And if yours is not strong enough to withstand the storm, then you got to rebuild from scratch. And sometimes it's not worth rebuilding from scratch. Sometimes the costs are too high. Sometimes we get tired of rebuilding the same damn thing over and over again. At that point, we got to decide to walk away. So I don't know where you're at in these various examples that I've given you, but most of you are resisting an ending where in your heart of hearts, you know there needs to be one. There's love waiting for you. I don't know if you know that person or not, but they're on the other side. Tell me about this ending, because you could resist it and you could delay it, but it's still coming. I hate to say that to people. But 10 of Swords, the World card, we're clarifying the World card, your new beginning, Ace of Pentacles. Now, let's say this isn't love related. Let's say this is career related. You're at a job where they don't treat you fairly, you're no longer happy, they don't pay you adequately. Maybe you thought you were going to make the 10 of Pentacles, you're still stuck at the 5, they don't give you the raises and promotions, but you're like, well, it's a dependable job. Meanwhile, they're firing people left and right, they're downsizing, they've got massive budget cuts, right? The tornado is coming in, and you're like, nope, I'm just going to sit here in my cubicle and keep working. Meanwhile, the company is falling apart left and right. This is the divine basically saying to you, hey, Libra, time to look for another job. Don't ignore what's happening around you and just kind of stick your head in your cubicle and pretend that the company isn't falling apart or the industry isn't falling apart or changing in some way. So I don't know what this is for you, career and finance, love and romance, but this is your opportunity to discover the new, learn about the new, move towards the new, apply for the new, etc., etc. Because the walls are collapsing here. I hate to be the tarot reader to tell you that. This is what comes after the ending. The Ace of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and the Lovers. There's your love. Bottom of deck, Death. So if you think this job ending is the last job you're ever going to have, you're very mistaken. New job is waiting for you. You're currently, have your own business and it's failing. It's not the last business you're going to have. You can start again or restructure the one you have. And if this is a romantic partnership that's ending, very similar cards, totally different deck. This is what I pulled for myself 5 years ago. Actually, I didn't pull it. I went to a tarot reader locally and she pulled it for me. And this was 4 months before I asked for the divorce. So 7 months before I met my new person. Ace of Pentacles, I think I got the Ace of Cups. Yeah, yours is even more stronger than mine because Cups are emotions. Pentacles is solid. But this is exactly what I got. Four of Wands and the Lovers. That's what's waiting for you at the other end of this. New job, solid job. Maybe one you can even work from home. One that offers you more structure and stability. One that you're really going to love. One that's part of your divine path. Leaving one connection, this is what's waiting for you. It's the happily ever after people want. Ace of Pentacles, Four of Wands, the Lovers, and the 10 of Cups. To the Queen of Wands. Someone who's attractive, someone who's vivacious, someone who's as much of a go-getter as you are. Unconditional love, stability. It's your choice. This is waiting out there, whether you know this person or not. It's out there for the taking. You're basically just delaying getting to this. The more you want to hold up that wall. I'm going to get 3 cards of advice for you, and then we'll wrap up your reading. 3 cards of advice here for Libra. One more shuffle here, please. And thank you. What fell out of the deck? The Knight of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and Temperance. Move towards the new. With passion, with confidence, with your heart open, and let go of whatever this is with love and light and grace. It was good. It was stable for as long as it was good and stable. It's no longer good and stable. Let it go. You got something new here. 2 of Cups, Justice, 4 of Pentacles. Let go. Look at this. 4 Pentacles, 4 Cups, 5 of Cups. Why on earth would you hold on to something that's emotionally not pleasing, loss, grief, and very little stability? Truth be told, this wasn't very stable. Job, partnership, friendship. I would move towards the new. Your advice, Justice, is you to move towards the new. What you choose to do is up to you. But this is ending. If this tornado, figuratively speaking, doesn't take it down, the next one will. Because whatever this is, whenever I see the World card in a reading, and I was telling Pisces this, and I was telling Cancer this before, I think I told Pisces this like 2 weeks ago, I look at the World card as a tarot reader, as the cycle is complete, according to divine, Jesus, Muhammad, whatever you want to call that source, okay? This cycle is complete. You have learned everything you had to learn here. You have gleaned everything that you needed to learn here. It's done and over with. I look at the World card like 4 years of high school. I don't know where you live in the world, but in the United States, we have elementary school, middle school, and then when you're like 15 or 14 to 18 years old, you go to high school. High school's over. This chapter's closed. Now you can go to university, go to trade school, take a year off, go to Europe. Everyone in America loves to do that. Or you go out and get a job. It's opportunities. The chapter's closed. Now you got a world of opportunities opens up for you. Not many people, in fact, I don't know of any, that when they're 18 years old on graduation day, they decide, I'm going to go back and do this 4 years again. Now, the beauty of having the divine gift of free will is you could try. You can certainly stay in this a little longer, and you can do another 4 years in it. But you're not graduating with anything extra in 4 years. You don't get a master's or a doctorate or a PhD. Everything you had to learn from your 4 years of high school, you've learned. So if you stay in it, you can stay in it, but don't expect a different outcome. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. That's like the very definition of insanity. So if you want to hold up the walls and keep patching this up, you could, but it wouldn't improve the situation. Everything you had to learn, you've learned. It's time to move towards the new. I know it's scary. I know this is heartbreaking. I know right now if you were deceived in love, you can't imagine finding someone else. I get it, but you will. I get that too. So whether you're doing this or it's being done to you, are you prepared to receive or give a love offer? I think this is telling you that in the future, that job that you love is out there, or the person that you're meant to be with is out there. This cycle is closing up for you, my friend, whether you like it or not. I would embrace the ending. I would see it as an opportunity for now. Now you have the ability to create the life you've always wanted. That's what I have for you, Libra. Don't get stuck and stagnant. That's what I have for you, my darling. That's your tarot card for the week of July 6, 2025. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you good luck with this. And as always, I'm sending you light, love, and peace. Hello, Scorpio. And someone commented in the comment section that I haven't said moon babies in a while. So hello, my Scorpio moon babies. I hope you're doing well. Let's take a look at your tarot card now for the week of July 6, 2025. Keep in mind, this is not what you don't see coming. It's more or less little self-help from the divine for the week ahead. We have the moon card. What situation in your life do you feel is secretly being hidden from you? What? What situation in your life do you feel is secretly being hidden from you? Oh, that's like the worst card for a Scorpio to get, because now the mind starts rolling, right? You know, I always say Scorpio should have been an air sign or a fire sign, maybe a little bit of both. But okay, let's tap into this. What situation in your life do you feel is secretly being hidden from you? What an interesting question, even the way it's worded. So you have some fear that something is being kept from you. Okay. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Cups. Tell me more about this here for Scorpio. Why is the moon card their tarot card for the week? Scorpio, sun, moon, rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. First card out, Knight of Wands. Knight of Cups. 9 of Swords. There's your worry. Hangman. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Swords. 4 of Wands, Justice, Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, the Sun here, Lovers at the bottom of the deck. I've tapped into a group of you where you're afraid, and I don't know if it's true or not. I'll see, you know, how far we can go down the rabbit hole today to find out for you. But you're afraid that your person, and look, these readings are like they either hit or they don't, right? So if they don't, just check another placement. But I've tapped into a group of you where you are constantly ruminating on the possibility that your person is actively engaging in another relationship, whether they had another relationship aside from you or you're afraid they're cheating on you. You're afraid someone here is being a Don Juan, Don Wanda. And just the mere thought of that breaks your own heart. Got it. Tell me about the Knight of Cups to the Knight of Wands. Again, if it's not your reading, check another placement. It's just not for you. Don't drop me comments. This is not my story. I left him 5 years ago. I don't care about him. I don't care about your comment. That's the Gemini. That's the low vibe Gemini in me. It's not for you. It's not for you. Click off, click another placement. Watch another tarot reader. This is for a group of you where you're concerned that your person is enjoying the company of another, loving another, reconciling with another, etc., etc. So tell me about the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands. One more shuffle here, please, Anne. Thank you. Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands. Three of Wands. Two of Cups. Star card. So whether you want to admit it or not, you're either waiting for this person to come back to you, or you're waiting for reconciliation, or you're waiting for this person to offer you a pretty solid relationship. Again, don't drop me comments that he left me 6 months ago and I don't care about him and I blew half of his friends already and I've moved on. Not your reading. Not your reading. This is for those of you where you're waiting for this person to come in to bring your wish to life. You're wishing on a star. Three of Wands. Look, I mean, you're waiting. You're waiting for him or her to come through, and you're worried that he or she may not. And meanwhile, what's also plaguing you is this person may be connecting to someone else, or maybe they want to connect. Like your fear is maybe they don't want me after all. Maybe they would rather be with so-and-so, or maybe they just want to find someone new. I think you're breaking your own heart. I'm not standing up for this person. We haven't dug into, you know, her energy or his energy yet. But the mere thought, Nine of Swords to the Hangman to the Three of Swords, you're creating your own pain here. I got to be honest with you. So what situation in your life do you feel is secretly being hidden from you? Yeah, something may or may not be hidden from you. I don't know. Again, we're going to go a little deeper. But right now, your doubts, fears, and insecurities are causing your own heartache. That's the truth. Ace of Pentacles, that's the truth. Whenever I see an ace after I say something, that's the truth. You're creating that was the Ace of Pentacles on one side and Five of Cups on the other. You're creating your own emotional, oh my God, the what ifs, the what ifs. I wouldn't do that. Let's get a little bit more into this person. I'm going to deck the Devil. These are your negative thoughts. Again, I'm not saying this is an upright person. I'm not saying they're going to be yours or they're coming back or reconciliation's on the table. But if this is what you want and hope and this is what you're manifesting, you're not going to get it thinking the worst. You're going to manifest your thoughts right into reality. So when you're washing dishes and you're stuck at the red light and you're thinking this person doesn't want me, doesn't want me, doesn't want me, or they're with someone else, or they want someone else, or they're reconciling with their ex, or blah, 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 everything you're telling yourself, you're creating your own reality. It's the law of attraction. You stay low vibe, you're going to attract low vibe. This is in you. Usually we see the Devil associated with the Don Juan, Don Wanda, but this is now you, or us, right? I'm a Scorpio moon. Tell me more about this person. Tell me more about this person that Scorpio is concerned about. One more shuffle here, please, Anne. Thank you. Queen of Pentacles, King of Wands, Eight of Swords. You're concerned this person's giving to two. Five of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. You're afraid they're giving to two, and you're afraid that they're going to leave you out in the cold. They haven't done it yet. So for some of you, this is third party, because I've got the two queens. And you're afraid this person's giving to someone else, and they're going to abandon you. Or they're going to leave you for this person. Got it. It's all in your head. Nine of Wands just came out. Maybe this is a pattern for some of you. This is your thought, that the King of Wands or Queen of Wands is giving to a King or Queen of Pentacles. This is what you're thinking. It's just a thought right now. Nothing here is materialized yet, as far as I could tell. Tell me more about this Three of Swords. It's like you're waiting for this person to break your heart. And in the interim, you're breaking your own heart. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Three of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, the Emperor. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Cups. You're just hoping upon hope. You know, there's a part of you that's so beautiful when it comes to this relationship, because you're hoping on top of hope here that they either stay with you or they come back to you or they stay faithful to you, right? Or they reconcile with you. That's such a beautiful energy, right? Because it really shows the power of unconditional love. Even if this person stepped out, some people say that's not unconditional love, but I'm not going to judge you. I'm just saying, regardless of this person's faults or flaws or whatever heartaches they've caused you in the past, you still love this person unconditionally. Queen of Cups to the Ace of Cups. If it's not your reading, save your comments. So you're waiting for this person, or you're waiting for this person to come back. And in the interim, you're afraid that they're entertaining someone else, whether that's a known entity or not. You're about to receive communication from this person, Eight of Wands. So maybe get out of your head until you get this communication. Some of you are dealing with a fire sign. I've got fire, water. I have no air here except for the Libra card in Justice. Tell me about Justice here. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Page of Wands, Nine of Wands, Six of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, Eight of Pentacles. Most of you are going to hear from this person within like the next 8 or 9 days. Now, this reading is not what you don't see coming, so I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. This is about you. This reading is about you this week, getting out of your own head, not allowing that toxic thought pattern of this person doesn't want me, or is not coming back to me, or there's no reconciliation, or they don't love me, or they're cheating on me. Like, until you actually have the literal facts, you can't be stuck in this, because you're manifesting from a low vibration. And let's say you're not waiting for the past person. You're just waiting for new love. New love isn't going to come in if you keep thinking that the next person is going to hurt you like the past person. So that might be a message there for you also, for those of you who are single and you really, really don't want the past person. The new person isn't going to come in if you're manifesting and your thoughts, again, law of attraction, your thoughts are the next person is going to break my heart. The next person I open up my heart to is going to break it. So claim the reading, you know, how you want, whether you're waiting for this person or waiting for the relationship to progress. This whole, they love someone else, they're leaving me for someone else, I'm not good enough, I'll never find love again. That's what you need to put an end to. You have no control over what this person is going to do. Past person, current person, future person. The only thing that you can control are your thoughts. That's it. I would take, this card is telling you to take control of your thoughts. Instead of allowing what you think could secretly be happening behind your back, now or in the future, to block your manifestation and to rob you of just feeling good. Let's get 3 cards of advice and we'll close out your reading. That devil just wanted to show itself again. Obviously, way too many cards. I'm putting them back, but look what you got to walk away from. You got an 8 of Cups, all of this very low vibe. Now, the devil card could be high vibe, right? It's Saturn in Capricorn. High vibe Capricorn is the high vibration of the devil card is, I got my goal. I know my goal. My sights are on it. And I'm going to work every day to be a freaking success at it. If you've ever known a high vibe Capricorn, they want to lose 20 pounds. They go all out until they lose the damn pound. High vibe, they want to be a success. They want to, whatever, learn something, launch a business. A high vibe Capricorn gets it done very efficiently, very grounded energy, very reasonable grounded energy. It's not kind of fixed like Taurus, no offense to the cross-watching Tauruses, but your opposite sign of Taurus could get, could get really stuck on something, could get really fixed on something. So I wouldn't get too fixed on the negative thinking here at all, at all. So I want to get you 3 cards of advice. Because notice when when I read cards, I don't just look at what's here, I look at what's not here. The only pentacle energy is you. This is, you need to be more grounded. So you have no tangible proof, for most of you watching, that your current person is out effing around or reconciling with their ex or with another person, or they're not coming back to you in the future, or, you have no proof that the future person, whoever he or she is, that they're going to break your heart the way the past person did. There's no pentacle energy here. This is all thoughts. Nine of Swords. It's all thoughts. Hangman, sitting, ruminating, thinking about it over and over again. You're receiving communication from this person, if that gives you any solace. Let's get 3 cards of advice here. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. King of Swords, 8 of Wands, Knight of Swords. Your advice? Take care of you. See the truth. See the facts, right? King of Swords, this is advice. Deal with only the facts. Black and white, the facts. Not thoughts, not the grays, not the what ifs, not that devil thinking. The facts. What are the facts? And then, I hate to say wait. I know no one likes to wait, but there's incoming communication. There's communication here coming from this person. I said within the next 8 to 9 days, 8 days right here. So I would relax. And then the Knight of Swords is about 1 week. So I would wait 7 to 9 days and see what happens. And in the interim, focus on you, focus on the facts. Oh, he says hello. Focus on you, focus on the facts, and get out of the negative thinking. Because this situation is going to bring you so low vibe that by the time you do receive communication from the past person, the current person, maybe even you meet a new person, for those of you looking for the new person, you're going to be so low vibe that your heart chakra is going to be so closed, you're going to derail and miss the opportunity to connect, reconnect, whatever this is for you. You're going to shoot yourself in the foot. But that's what happens when we manifest from a low vibration. So what situation in your life do you feel is secretly being hidden from you? You got no facts. So as of right now, nothing. Nothing. Nothing is being kept from you. Because if you had the facts, you would have moved on already. If you had tangible, factual proof, this wouldn't be your reading, and you would have moved on already. That's what I have for you, Scorpio, for the week of July 6, 2025. If you like that message, it resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, or you just found it to be helpful, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Sagittarius. Let's see what your tarot card is for the week of July 6, 2025. Keep in mind, this is not what you don't see coming, just a little self-help from the divine to help you with your journey. Oh my God, look at you. Your tarot card for the week is the Temperance card, which is you, my love. What situation in your life is asking you to have patience and determination? Okay. So there's something here in your life, situation, environment, or connection, that you need to be very determined to have the outcome that you want, the outcome that you desire, and to be patient as you move towards and work towards that outcome. So you need to be determined to work on this goal or this dream, then also be patient, because the results may not just, Two of Pentacles just showed itself. So because the results may not, materialize overnight for you. 7 of Pentacles just showed itself. Talk about time, right? 2 of Pentacles, being very balanced, being patient. 7 of Pentacles, this might take a while. But if you're determined to that end goal, then I believe whatever this is, it can be yours. Tell me more about this here for Sag. Wow, your cards really want to talk today. So let me recenter myself. Why is Temperance the tarot card of the week for Sagittarius for the week of July 6, 2025? Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. I don't know why I feel like you have a story to tell. I think that's why your cards are all over the place. There's something here you want to do. You're antsy. You want to get it done. You want to tell your story. You want to move in this direction. It's almost like whatever this is, you wish that it could have happened yesterday or yesteryear, like last year. So let's see where we're going with this. We have the 9 of Cups, followed by the 2 of Wands, the 6 of Swords, and Justice. Wow. Bottom of the deck, King of Swords, the Emperor, and the King of Wands. My God. I don't know what this is for you. I feel like it's you being emotionally content, you being happy, whatever this dream or this goal is. But I feel like you're at a Y point here, and your Y point is, do I continue to move in this direction, or do I just stop and move in another direction? 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords to the 2 of Wands. I don't know what direction I need to move in. So the Justice card is Libra energy, and it's telling you to be fair and balanced. So really, you need to pause about this, because I feel like you're about to give up on something that you shouldn't be giving up on. Now, I don't want to get you stuck in a bad situation or connection or environment. That's not my role here as your tarot reader. But I feel like whatever this is, it would make you very emotionally content. But you're going to have to put some effort, some fire here to literally making this happen. You need to be determined. And yeah, it might take a while. Not going to lie to you. Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So let me get a better handle on what is this Nine of Cups here for Sag? What is the Nine of Cups here? What is this? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. The Nine of Cups is being clarified by the Tower, Celestial Weaver, and the Hermit. Jesus. Okay. So you're not going to give me any specifics on what this is. I see that. Okay. But I know that it would be a huge, shocking change in your life. Right? Tower to the Celestial Weaver, whatever this Nine of Cups is for you, and it's different for each Sag and Sag placement watching, it's your manifestation. This is how, if I could like weave the threads of my life to have this outcome, this goal, it would radically change my life for the better. And you know this deep within. You've done a lot of soul searching on this. So you know in your heart of hearts that whatever this end goal is, it would make you very happy. But I feel like you're about to give up on it. Two of Wands to the Six of Swords. I don't know if I can continue moving in this direction. And maybe because the direction that you're moving in, it requires you to face a Goliath. Which I normally don't get that message in the Justice card, but if you can see the imagery, I feel like this is you standing before this. So there's something big that you have to get through, and it's going to take a lot of perseverance and patience and determination and fire to battle through whatever this is. You're prepared, you're armed, you've got two swords, which is very different in the Justice card in this deck. So you're prepared for this battle. Mentally, emotionally, you're prepared for the battle. And yet for some reason, you're wondering if it's worth the effort. You're doubting it. Why? What's the Two of Wands to the Six of Swords? Why the doubt? Two of Wands to the Six of Swords. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Why the doubt? Four of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Three of Pentacles. Because you've already put some effort in this direction, and it hasn't grown. It hasn't materialized. You're stuck. Four of Pentacles, you're stuck. I've put in the effort, and I'm not seeing the investment, right? I'm not seeing a return on investment. I'm not seeing the reward. I'm not seeing my efforts materializing or materializing quick enough. I put in enough pentacle energy that I got to the Four of Pentacles, but yeah, it's going to be a lot of hard work to get to the 10. Again, I don't know what this is for you, but I feel like what's blocking you from forward progress is the Devil. So I don't know what that Devil is for you. I don't know that Goliath, your negative thoughts, something or someone standing in the way, something, a toxic pattern within you you have to overcome, some fears, some doubts, some anxieties, some insecurities. Five of Swords. Five of Swords to the Death card. It's amazing how the cards come out, right? Death to the Five of Swords, Chariot to the Queen of Swords. I feel like if you give up on this, I think you're going to regret it. I think this is one of those missed opportunities in life that you look back a year, 5 years, 10 years from now, and you're like, I wish I wouldn't have made that decision. I wish I would have powered through the difficult time. My life would be so much different. Maybe I'd be living this dream or closer to living this dream. So I feel like if you don't move forward on this, I feel like you're going to regret it. I think if you do move forward on it, the easiest way for you to move forward on it is to be like the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords to the Chariot. Move forward towards this victory, towards this success. But Queen of Swords is the queen who's very detail-orientated, but she doesn't get stuck in the details. So maybe you need a vision board. Maybe you need a bullet point list. You know, maybe you need a step-by-step. I got to do this first, and I have to do this. You know what I mean? Because like she's this, I say she, there's a woman on the card, but I mean, you could be a masculine. But it's looking at this piece of paper. It's taking these thoughts and dreams that you have, and I like calling it reverse engineering. And before I even started like this tarot business, and I feel so odd calling it a business because at the end of the day, it's a gift that I have. And I literally even feel weird making money at it. Like I'm still not comfortable with that aspect of this. But anyway, I digress, not my reading, it's yours. But I had to reverse engineer this in my head. For me to get to here, I did backward steps because I was getting lost in the weeds as a Gemini, as your opposite sign of Gemini. I was getting lost in the weeds. I was too Knight of Swords-ish, and I was getting lost in the weeds, and it was making me frantic. And I was putting readings up on Twitter, but I wasn't starting YouTube yet. And the people in my 3D life, my everyday life, especially my boyfriend, was like, got to go on YouTube, got to go. You can help more people. And I was like, well, what if they don't like me? I let all the doubts, fears, insecurities, all the little details, all the negative what ifs, all those devils, right, creep in and delay, probably by 4 or 5 months, delay me from literally launching the channel. And then one day I kind of just had to bite the bullet and fight that Goliath and do it. And I've continued to work on it, right? You got to still show up with the fire energy. You can't give up on it. But I still have that goal and that dream. And every day I weave another thread into the new life that I want for myself. And I feel like that's maybe for you, what you need to do here is reverse engineer. It could be it. If not, you could forward engineer. But again, I think there's a need here for you to create a list that gets you step by step things that you need to do to get to that goal. And I don't know what this is. This could be like reorganizing your closet. It doesn't have to be any, monumental big life change here. But even that, where do you begin? When you take your clothes out of the closet, where are you going to house them in the interim? What type of organization style do you want in that closet? What are the measurements? You got to be realistic. What is your budget? Again, it's like creating all that whole checkpoint list. What paint color do you want in there? What's the shelving look like? What are your needs? Do you need drawers? Do you need more rods to hang stuff? It's that. It's creating the vision board, creating the vision. So maybe step one here is creating the vision of what it is that you want, and then setting these plans and goals and like writing them down, everything you need to do to make that goal a reality. Because I feel like if you give up on this, I think you're going to regret it. 4 cups. I think it will be a missed opportunity. Let's get 3 cards of advice for you, and then we'll wrap up your reading. 3 cards of advice here for my Saggies. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. 3 cards of advice. The Magician, the Star, oh my God, and the 7 of Swords. Do not sabotage. You're going to do it. And your advice here, and I'm going to read this 2 different ways. Your manifestation, your wish upon a star can become a reality, provided you're very strategic. Again, Queen of Swords, King of Swords energy. Create that checkpoint list or reverse engineer, whatever process works best for you. But that's what you need to do. You need to be very strategic. Otherwise, you're going to 7 of Swords this manifestation, which means you're going to sabotage yourself. So very interesting message there for you. But yeah, if you can create that plan and then be diligent, work just a little bit every day on it to check something else off the list or to get close to checking something else off the list, I think it comes in a lot faster than you realize. I think if you don't do that and you get caught up like in the monkey mind, 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords, and you get stuck in that devil energy, then every day the frustration builds, the disappointment builds, and then you just kind of give up on it. And I wouldn't give up on whatever this is. It appears to be too monumental to your life path, to your journey. And I forgot what reading I said, but I said it to someone. It's like better to have tried and fail than to have never tried at all. I think it was Cancer last week. And I kind of want to give you that advice. I would, if this is really what you want for your life, then be patient. It might not happen tomorrow, but become determined to work on it just a little bit every day. That's what I have for you, Saggy. Your tarot card for the week of July 6, 2025 is the Temperance card. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Capricorn. Let's see what your tarot card is for the week of July 6, 2025. Keep in mind, this is not what you don't see coming, just a little self-help guide from the universe for you this week. You have the 5 of Cups. What painful situation in your life are you focused on, and what positive aspects are you not seeing? So some of you this week, in the 5 of Cups card in this deck, there's actually 2 cups that are spilled. Typically in the original Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot deck, we see 3 cups that are spilled and 2 that are standing. So I feel like there's a connection here in your life, whether that's professional, platonic, like with a friend or family member, or a lover, that you're lamenting over, or you're sad about, or you're depressed about, or there's some kind of emotional uncomfortability when it comes to this relationship. But I think what you might be not focusing on this week is the 3 cups that are standing, that you do have victory in other connections in your life, that you do have other soulmate, soul bonds that you are connecting with. So tell me more about the Five of Cups here for Capricorn. Yeah, some of you are too focused on a loss, whether that's from the past or that's presently happening to you. Some connection here that has ended or is ending. Bottom of the deck, Five of Pentacles. Oh, Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles. Yeah, so you've had a radical shift or change in a connection in your life. And this week you could be feeling a bit depressed, lamenting about it, thinking about it, grieving the loss of this connection. But the divine here, source is telling you, no, 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 no. You can be sad that you lost, you know, that individual. And I don't know how each of you lost this person. Maybe they passed away. Maybe the friendship crumbled. Maybe the romantic partnership ended. But don't be so focused on that, because you have a lot more good in your life. You have other friends or families, or your love partner, or the love of pets, or the love of self. You know, it's like love is still standing in your life. Recognize those connections, or even just a connection of love you have with yourself, instead of dwelling on some connection here that ended. Again, I'm not telling you not to grieve the loss of this or to feel this in order to heal it, but don't get so caught up in it that it just becomes the only thing you're thinking about or focused on 24 hours a day. Like, that wouldn't be emotionally healthy for you. Tell me more about this here for Capricorn. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Your first card out is the Seven of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, and the Four of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have a King of Cups, a Three of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. And that leaves the Ace of Cups, Empress, and the Ten of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. So I don't know what connection this is for you that has ended or is, you know, ended or is currently ending. But there's definitely something here about a connection in your life coming to an end or in the process of ending. It's heartbreaking for you. It's burdensome for you. I think you had a lot of love or respect or admiration for this individual, but you seem to be stuck here. And your stuckness is this Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, this is you, and the Nine of Wands. It's like, it's an inability to move forward. And I'm not saying you're like this in every aspect of your life, or that you've been like this for the past 7 years. It's just this week. Okay, it's a little heads up that this week you could find yourself feeling a bit Five of Cups about this connection. Like I said, ended in the past or is ending, currently ending for you. But don't get stuck in feeling so defeatist about that connection or about the loss of that connection, because you have so much to be grateful for. Again, whether it's love of self or love of community or new love on the horizon or family, like beyond this ending. And it was a hard ending for you. I'm not going to lie. Seven of Swords to the World card. This is a hard ending. With that Three of Swords, 7 plus 3 is 10 swords. It's not a feel-good ending, whether it happened last week, last month, or, you know, 30 years ago. But ruminating on it is robbing you from love of self and love with other people in your life. Let's see what else we can find out about this for you. Tell me about this Three of Swords, Ten of Wands. Yeah, at some point there was a lot of love or admiration or respect for this individual. We've got Hermit energy here. And I don't know why you're focused on this week. Like maybe it's this person's birthday or the anniversary or anniversary of their passing. Or I just feel like something here this week might be triggering this for you. And if it's a current situation, you know, it's currently imploding. And I think that either way, the universe is telling you, like, your heart will heal. You should focus more on healing, focus more on that self-love of the Ace of Cups, and not be so focused on this ending, at least not to the point of mental and emotional exhaustion, because it'll Seven of Pentacles just leave you stuck and stagnant. Tell me more about this. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. We're clarifying that Ten of Wands to the Three of Swords. Five of Wands, okay, Page of Wands, and the Strength card, bottom of the deck, the World. So there's been a lot of conflict here, or there was. Again, I don't know where you are on the timeline, but there's conflict here. For some of you, this is with a parent or with a child. Take that how it resonates, because I've got King and Queen here, but then I've got a Page. So maybe for some of you, this is conflict with a child or conflict with a parent. Or it could be an equal, because Queen of Cups, King of Pentacles, they're still, you know, equals. I'm sorry, Queen of Pentacles, King of Cups. But maybe the fighting with this person makes you feel small in that Page of Wands energy. Or it could trigger for you some type of loss that you had as a child. Maybe there's some abandonment wound here that has been triggered for you. And with my phone back-to-back notifications there, I don't know if you heard it, I'm going to take that as for most of you, this is triggering something from childhood or pertaining to your childhood. tell me about the new here, because I feel like you have other connections in your life that need you to nurture them, whether it's your own children, other connections in your life, your family, your coworkers, your friends, yourself. That Empress energy is a very nurturing energy. So it's like, I think for this week, if you find yourself in an emotional slump, there's a need here for you. There's a need here for you to focus on yourself and love yourself, and also pay attention to the other connections around you. Tell me more about this Ace of Cups. Tell me more about the Ace of Cups here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Ace of Cups, clarified by the Emperor, the Two of Swords, and the Hangman. Yeah, you're not seeing it. Two of Swords to the Hangman. Look, I can't see it. My world's been turned upside down. But you have at least one other person who loves you. And I would redirect my energy to that person, Emperor to the Empress. I mean, for some of you, it's a spouse or your parents. Like maybe you're fighting with a sibling, but then focus your attention then on your parents. Or maybe you're fighting with your husband or wife. Focus your attention on your kids. It's not saying to ignore what is happening in this situation or to not feel the grief of the loss of this connection, but you have at least one other person who does love you unconditionally. And this is just reminding you that, hey, there's other soulmate, soul bond connections out there. And it's time for you to nurture them instead of pouring all of your pentacle energy into crying over this lost connection. At the very least, pour into yourself this week. That's what I have for you, Capricorn. Quick reading for you. I'm sorry. Check your other placements. The longer readings tend to be way more difficult and emotionally draining, but I don't really feel like this is for you. I just feel like there's a possibility here this week that you could get trapped in this feeling. And the message here is quickly like, yeah, Page of Pentacles, redirect your attention, your focus on other things, even if it's other things that you love, whether that's hobbies, learning a new skill, expanding upon a skill that you have, instead of being so focused on this. That's what I have for you, my love, for the week of July 6, 2025. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Aquarius. Let's see what your tarot card is for the week of July 6, 2025. Keep in mind, Aquarius, this is not what you don't see coming. It's just a little self-help for the week ahead. You have the Nine of Pentacles. What situation in your life is calling on you to have independence and self-realization? This has been coming up for Aquarius for maybe the last 2 months. I know that in the month of July, you're making a huge life decision. And I kind of feel like if that message resonated for you, the readings I've done for you in the last 2 months, this is your reading. If not, check another placement. But there is a situation, environment, or connection in your life that I feel like it's time for you to make the decision that is best for you. And this decision requires you to be free, independent, and autonomous of either a career path you've been on for a while, or a relationship you've been in, or something you've been doing is just not working out. Oh my God, fool. Time for the new. Time for the new, my friends. I was not expecting that on the split. And I think you're going to move towards the new. I think that's the self-realization that you're having here this week. You're going to change things up. You're going to change your life in a big way. And I kind of saw this coming for Aquarius back in January. We saw that wobble there in Pluto, leaving Capricorn and moving, into Aquarius. This is a huge change. In fact, most individuals, depending on where they are on the zodiacal wheel, never even get to see Pluto in their life. That's how slow of a transit that planet makes. So it entering your sign, life-changing, life-altering for you. So tell me more about the Nine of Pentacles card. I just saw the Two of Cups. So for you, this is most likely pertaining to a partnership, whether that's professional, platonic, or romantic. Tell me more about this here for Aquarius. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. I think you're turning your back to the past, whatever that is. Past job, past career path, person, place, or thing. Could even be a mindset. But you're turning your back to something. Four of Pentacles. Notice how this is the Nine of Pentacles card, but we have 5 Pentacles on one side, 4 on the other. Whatever this was, it offered your life some semblance of structure or stability, but it failed to grow. And you're acknowledging that, at least this week. You're having the self-realization. It's time for me to move on towards the new. That stability was good for the time that it was there. Time to upgrade, time to level up. We're going from the 4 to the 5. Tell me more about this here for Aquarius. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. First card out, Temperance. Ace of Pentacles, you're going for the new. God, I love you. 10 of Swords, it's going to be hard to leave the past behind, but look what you're walking towards. You're trading the 10 of Swords for the 10 of Cups. So your new path is emotionally pleasing, emotionally fulfilling. It's a dream come true. It's a wish come true. And you now have the ability to get to the 10 of Pentacles. Not stuck at the 4. The 4 was not growing. Wherever you were was not growing. That job was never going to change. You would have just stayed in it and done that for the rest of your life. And sometimes that's okay, but not for an Aquarius. Not for an Aquarius, especially when Pluto's now in your sign. So now you have an opportunity to plant a new seed. Look, there's roots here. It's growing. It's ready for you to plant. And I think you're going to plant it. It's going to come with a goodbye. There's an ending here to some situation, environment, or connection in your life. With 3 of Wands, you're moving towards the new. 3 of Wands, 2 of Wands, Queen of Wands. And I got to take this, Emperor. You're bossing up. Justice. Fair, balanced decision here. Temperance energy. This is not an erratic life decision that you're making here. And I think this week, you're making your decision. I'm not sure if you're vocalizing it. I have no swords on the table. Yeah, 7 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles. I think you're still going to keep it to yourself just a little bit longer. But this week, you're solidifying this decision, at the very least, internally. Maybe you're telling 2 other people. Maybe. 2, 3 people. That's it. You're not ready to tell the world yet. Not yet. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles. I want to know about this new opportunity that you're moving towards. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Swords. You've thought about this a long time. And maybe the 2 or 3 people you talk to, they've been chirping in your ear, telling you what to do, what not to do. Like there's someone back here like, hey, trying to get your attention. I think you blocked out everyone, or this week you'll be blocking out everyone to make the decision for yourself to move towards the new. I don't think you're going to tell much people about it because right now you don't need a headache. Tell me about the new here for Aquarius. What is this new? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. What is the new, my darling? The Hierophant could be a new job. 8 of Wands and the Fool. Oh my God. Okay, so what is the new to you? New job, new career path, new relationship, entering a relationship. Maybe some of you have decided to ask someone to marry you. That's quite possible. But you're taking a leap of faith towards the new. You're excited. You also feel like it's your calling, whether you feel like it's this is a path you got to take career-wise, or you feel like this is a spiritual calling. You really went within in that Hierophant energy to make this decision. I'm really, really proud of you. And you're fired up about it. I think you can't wait to tell the world about it. Knight of Wands, Page of Wands. You cannot wait. It's like, yippee. I think you can't wait to tell people about this. You're a little reserved right now, but I think you've got a fire burning in you, my friend. Tell me about the ending now, because obviously to move towards one thing, we have to close out something else. So let's give you a little heads up on that ending. Tell me about the 10 of Swords here, because at least one person here is not happy about it. Could be a group of people. Could be 5 people, maybe 2 to 3 people won't be happy about it. Oh. Yeah, you have like 2 or 3 people here may not be happy about it. I get it. Maybe that's why you're keeping it to yourself. I don't know if you could see this, the Justice card in your deck, there's a reflection. So it's like you're keeping it to yourself, eyes closed, but look in your reflection, how happy you are about it, smiling. It's like, so for a lot of you, you're keeping this to yourself because you think other people may not like it. Tell me about the ending here. One more shuffle. Thank you. 10 of Swords is clarified by Knight of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Page of Cups. So you're moving towards the new, and you're leaving something that for some period of your life offered you structure and stability. But you're moving towards the new, even though it requires you to leave something or someone behind, and you're running after the new. You've been hoping for this opportunity for quite some time. And I think you're even surprising yourself that you're moving towards it. Because look at the Page of Cups. It's like the opportunity was but a dream. It was like, oh yeah, like when pigs fly. There's a little pig here with wings in the corner. So I think for quite some time you thought, yeah, when pigs fly. But now that the opportunity is here, you're going for it. There's no more pigs flying. You thought about it long enough. Now, you're going to get through a couple of challenges before you finally close out whatever this is. So let's see, what are your challenges? There's some conflict. There's at least one person here that does not like the decision that you're taking your life in. Wheel of Fortune, 9 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles. At least one person here is going to feel left out in the cold. They're going to feel like you abandoned them. They're almost hoping and praying that you change your mind. Someone here could be very heartbroken that you've decided to move in a new direction. 7 of Swords, they're going to feel like, why didn't you tell them sooner? You betrayed them, you backstabbed them, you didn't tell them when you knew. There's something like that. But you're becoming free, independent, and autonomous. I just saw the 9 of Pentacles here right after the World card. Yeah, you're going to end this chapter and become free, independent, and autonomous, which is your tarot card of the week. from whatever or whomever this is. So are you going to get a little pushback? You are. Is that going to stop you? Nope. Not the Aquarius I just tapped into. That's what I have for you, my love. Your tarot card for the week is, what situation in your life is calling on you to have independence and self-realization? It's this new beginning. And I think you're going for it. I think you already figured it out. And if not, it looks like you're figuring it out this week. Although I don't think you're telling many people. It might take another 2 or 3 weeks for you to literally let the world know. But you're smiling and grinning to yourself when no one is looking. So that's what I have for you, Aquarius, for the week of July 6, 2025. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Pisces. Let's take a look at your tarot card for the week of July 6, 2025. Now, keep in mind that this is not what you don't see coming. It's just a little self-help from the divine. What do we have here? 5 of Pentacles. What situation in your life no longer holds value? Memory, relationship, situation, pattern, habit, environment. It's different for all of you. 7 of Swords. You're holding on to something. And I feel like you're sabotaging stability and sabotaging your future. Trying to hold on to something that is no longer benefits you. Situation, environment, connection, a thought, a pattern, a habit. This could be smoking. This could be over gambling, over buying on Amazon, right? It's going to be different for all of you. But there's something that you're doing, you're holding on to, you're repeating. It's time to let it go, whatever it is. Both of you now, both timelines, time to let something go. Memory, resentment, hurt, pain, let it go. We got a full moon in Capricorn on the 10th. Let this go. Tell me more about this here for Pisces. Why is the 5 of Pentacles? Could be lack mentality, not feeling good enough, self-worth issues, body image issues. Let it go. Full moon in Capricorn. Release it to the gods. Tell me more about this here for Pisces, please, Anne. Thank you. First card out, 10 of Wands. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles, and then we have the 6 of Pentacles. This is followed now by the Knight of Swords. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, 8 of Swords. What are you thinking about ad nauseum? Oh, 5 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups. You have a new beginning here. You're either already experiencing it or you're on the precipice of experiencing it. You can't quite see it. Your head's down. So even if you're on the new path, you can't quite see how good it's going to be. You're still carrying burdens from the past. So some of you are holding on to a situation, environment, or connection that's become way too burdensome. And it's like you can't even see your new beginning because you're so busy clinging to whatever, whomever this is. And for others of you, you've let go of it. You're on the new path, but you're not really enjoying the fruit that this new path wants to, create for you because you're still carrying the emotional burdens or baggage of the past. And so this new beginning, you're giving very little to it, whether you're already on the new path or not, because you're still weighed down by something here, my love. Again, whether it's your current situation, environment, or connection, or some trauma or pain from past stuff that went down. Tell me more about the 10 of Wands here for Pisces. Tell me more about the 10 of Wands. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 10 of Wands is clarified by 6 of Swords. Time to move on from it. High Priestess, you know that. You know that. Hangman, you've held on to this long enough. Situation, environment, connection, like I said, memory, pattern, habit. Could be anything. Overspending. It's different for all of you. A relationship that needed to end 5 years ago. I don't know what this is for you. But the two timelines have one thing in common. Holding on to something that is detrimental or delaying or preventing this beautiful new beginning. Notice in this Ace of Pentacles card, the door is closed. The new beginning is just behind the door. There's no way that you can turn those doorknobs to open this door. It's a double, entry door. There's no way you could do that and hold on to this. So you got to let go of this to get to the new, because beyond that gate is the Ace of Pentacles, is a gift from the gods, right? That's the potential to get to the 10 of Pentacles. So, and you can't even see that. For some of you, you can't even see the door because of what you're carrying. For others of you, you see the door, but you can't open it. And you're like, I don't understand. I let go of that situation, environment, or connection. Where the hell's my new beginning? You got to let go of this. Resentment, pain, whatever this is for you. Guilt, shame. You're carrying something you don't need to carry anymore. And others of you, you're holding on to that back bumper of that damn Yugo. I keep saying you got a Mercedes on the other side of this door. This is like The Price is Right. Like you're not going to know until they open the door. But you can't stand in front of the door holding the 10 wands. It's like you got to make your bet. It's like The Price is Right. You got to make your bet. You got to take your chances. Tell me about these Six of Pentacles. I think this is a very nice gift to yourself if you can begin to let go of that. Because then we go from the 5 to the 6. So just release one wand. Don't have to do it all this week. Just work on releasing one. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. 10 of Cups. I don't want to read for you anymore. I don't want to read for you anymore. You're sabotaging the 10 of Cups. Now, the potential for the 10 of Pentacles, and now the 10 of Cups. So I would give a little bit of whatever pentacle energy this requires, time, love, money, loyalty, into working on the new. In order to work on the new, you're going to have to pour a little energy this week to get rid of the old. Mentality, habit, whatever this is. Got to see it clearly. Got to see it clearly. 8 of Swords. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of here? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Queen of Pentacles, 4 Swords, 9 of Pentacles. You're afraid of becoming independent. Some of you are afraid of healing. The next card is the Ace of Cups. So I could be speaking to a Pisces where you've already let go of a toxic relationship. You did the hard part, but you're holding on to some resentment or some pain or some trauma. And because of that, because you're not doing the healing work, you're really not as fully independent and free of that old relationship as you think you are. But some of you are purposefully not, like, your subconscious is stopping you from healing, because it's almost like internally, again, subconsciously, I don't even think you realize it. When I really become healed and I'm free and independent of that, that means then I'm open for new love. And I don't know what I get with new love, right? You're blindfolded here in the 2 of Swords. So some of you are purposefully sabotaging your healing without even realizing it, because subconsciously it's like, when I'm healed and ready, then I get to open up my heart again. I don't want to go through this again. So you're subconsciously holding on to trauma. This is a deep reading. For others of you, you're holding on to this situation, environment, or connection because you're just afraid of being single, or you don't think you can be single, or you don't think you can make the money, or there's just a fear here of being alone. Or you're afraid of new love. But there's a fear here. You're holding on to something, either timeline, you're holding on to something. I think regardless of which timeline you're on, I think dropping the burdens makes you vulnerable. And at the end of the day, I think you're afraid of being vulnerable. I think you're afraid of meeting the next person, or if you already have met the next person, of opening up your heart fully to that person. And I think you protect yourself unknowingly by holding on to the trauma of the past. For others of you, you've got something beautiful here, and you're clinging on to something that should have ended a long time ago because you're afraid of being single or being independent, or there's just a fear here of being alone. Have no fear. 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles is waiting for you. So this is, for those of you on that new timeline, some inner work. And I keep saying clean up on aisle 5. We still got to do clean up on aisle 5. And for others of you, I don't know what you're holding on to. Something or someone that doesn't make you feel good enough, the job that doesn't pay you enough, the lover that doesn't love you enough. It's burdensome. And this hardship is literally, and if you can drop it, it's your opportunity to the new. I don't know why you're so afraid of the new. Maybe it's for me because I did it. In hindsight now, I'm like, well, easier. You know, I'm sure you're probably listening to me and going, well, easier said than done. Yeah, but I did it. And this felt great. And this brought in for me the love of my life. No offense to my ex that I spent almost a quarter century of my life with. So I wouldn't be afraid of the new job or the new living situation or being single. And I wouldn't be afraid of opening up my heart again. You got to heal this. So again, a little bit of a wound here in the Piscean collective, holding on to something or someone you need to let go of, or holding on to past traumas. It's really preventing you from opening up your heart fully one way or another. And most of you are just, at the end of the day, afraid of being vulnerable. But holding on to this isn't feeling good. It's not a good feeling to constantly be afraid to be alone or afraid to be vulnerable. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. Your tarot card for the week, my love, is the Five of Pentacles. What situation in your life no longer holds value? Figure out what that is. And this week, apply just a little pentacle energy into relieving yourself of that burden once and for all. That's what I have for you, my love, for the week of July 6, 2025. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. There you have it, everyone. Your tarot card for the week of July 6, 2025. All placements, or all signs, and the placements of Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. And now a quick little collective reading for everyone watching, utilizing our mystery card here at the bottom of the deck. Oof. Nine of Wands. What are you determined to achieve in your life that you're about to give up on? So each of the signs here, everything that I read. Aries, you're about to give up on your wish fulfillment. Taurus, you're about to, give up on something you really want because you don't want to practice healthy boundaries. Gemini, your life's moving in a new direction. You're about to give up on it. Each of these signs, this card literally can be applied to any of the signs. Cancer, you're about to give up on a dream. So yeah, what are you determined to achieve in your life that you're about to give up on? Let's clarify this further for the collective. Tell me more. Let me make a little room here, okay? Tell me more about this for the collective. All signs, all placements. Why is the Nine of Wands their tarot card for the week? All signs, all placements. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. First card out, the Empress, the Emperor, oh my God, the King of Swords, the Two of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Four Swords, Eight of Cups, Six of Wands. Some of you are afraid to take a direction towards success. You're afraid of leaving behind a situation, an environment, a connection, a pattern, a habit, a thought process that's not serving you. It's not serving you. It's actually emotionally depleting you. And if you were to disengage from it, walk away from it, and I don't know what this is for you. It could be a diet, an exercise regimen. There's just something here that's just no longer emotionally fulfilling. And if you were to move in the opposite direction, you would move towards victory. This is very beautiful, being very balanced. Two of Pentacles talks about balance. Emperor and Empress energy here. This is feminine and masculine balance. And that King of Swords is seeing things very clearly. So what is this end goal? What is this dream? What is this plan? Stop getting lost in the details. This is not the Knight of Swords energy. This is the King of Swords energy. Very black and white. No gray. I kind of want to tell the collective here, you got to keep your eye on that plan, that goal, that dream, whatever that is for you. Don't lose sight of it. Don't sleep on it in the Four of Swords. Don't miss this opportunity. Tell me more about this here, about this opportunity. Tell me more about the Six of Wands here for the collective. Tell me more about the Six of Wands. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Six of Wands is clarified. Look, King of Swords to King of Swords. Whatever this is for you, you see it very clearly. Page of Cups and the Page of Swords. New. Opening up your heart. Learning something new. Again, I don't know what this is for you, but I know there's victory. As long as you can keep your eye on the prize, keep your heart open to it, and acquire whatever information it is that you need here in order to move forward towards this dream or this plan, I think that's what you need to do. Stop getting lost in the details or the negative what ifs, or I would keep my eye on the prize and move ever so slowly towards whatever this is. Because if you sleep on it, collective, I think if you get stuck, look, if you get stuck in all that negative, like the eight of Swords card here, you get stuck. It becomes like a trap. And then you don't grow. You don't grow, and you don't escape. You don't fly, right? You just kind of get stuck in the cage. And the door's open for you here. Like the lid is ajar. But if you get stuck in that, the mashed potato land, mental mashed potato land of the Eight of Swords, you sleep on this dream, you're going to miss it. Five of Pentacles. I wouldn't abandon whatever or whomever this is, or again, goal, dream, desire, lovers. It's your choice. Fool card. It's your choice to move towards this. It looks like it'll be beautiful. King of Wands. It looks like it'll be, Six of Wands. I think it'll be successful, but King of Wands is going to require you to take the inspired action to continue to move towards it. I think if you don't, it becomes a missed opportunity. And I forgot which sign now I was talking to, and I said it like, Get busy living or get busy dying. On whatever this dream is, don't let it die. I feel like it's within reach, but if you give up on it, you're never going to see it. So don't miss it. That's what I have for you, collective, for the week of July 6, 2025. If you like these messages, any of them resonated with you, or you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.